Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, I
Hello.
can hear you.
Hey, Kira. Hi, Miss Not for
Who's
Everyone.
that?
I'm talking to Renee. I don't know if y'all can hear Renee. Can y'all hear me? Because I can't hear her. Hold on. Let me fix my audio.
I can hear you.
Okay, I should be able to hear you now. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hey, hey, hey.
We hear you both. Okay, great. Um. Okay, so I'm a little nervous because y'all know we don't be going live like that. So, basically
All
today
right.
we wanted to review a stream. Huh?
No, I was just jumping in because you said you were a little nervous, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody up in the chat. I don't know who's in the chat except Cura at this point, but um, Reese has brought some type of stream to my attention, and I have not watched it, so this will be the first time that I'm watching it. So, yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me when we're going over this review. This is literally just going to be something flying off the dome. So, what's the well, I think the title is the title of our video actually.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, they were supposed to be doing a debate, but it didn't really. They didn't really get to debate because he was so childish. But
Mm. Well, I can't wait to listen to this bullshit so I can just go ahead and give my unfiltered ass opinion because I'm just tired of idiots anyway. So, um,
yeah, it starts out disrespectful, like out the gate.
I'm sure it does.
Look, we got Mule in the chat. Hey, Mule, thank you for
Hey,
coming.
mule. Hold on. What?
I was just about to say it too. What? Oh, thank you, Mule. Thanks for coming, y'all. Thanks for coming, Kira. Thanks for coming, Mule. Happy to see y'all. If y'all could like the video, I'm sure y'all already did though.
Yeah,
But
and if y'all want somebody to blame for us not really coming live, it's really me. Like Reese do
yeah.
be saying sometimes she wants to come live, go live and stuff. And me, I just be like, I need a
Well,
break. Or I got shit to do. Or you know, I make up excuses. So it really, if you're gonna blame anybody, you're gonna blame me. Wherever MJ is talking about holding motherfuckers accountable.
yeah, for real. Queen too, because Queen has been like on me about it. But no, I can't blame you because I only said it like a couple times. But
You still
okay, let
say
me
it more than I do, so shit.
two times more than you. Oh look, Queen Cascade is here. Hey Queen.
Hey
Hey
Queen. She
hey
says she need a
Sack
wrench.
Production. Are
Um,
you in the YouTube thing?
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
actually on my phone. I'm not on my laptop.
All right.
And then you let me in, so you're gonna have to give her the wrench.
Okay.
I think you got to right click on her, and then
Mm-hmm.
it'll give you the option to give her a wrench.
Yep. Okay. Oh, look at us with 8 likes. Okay, so let me share my screen.
Whee!
Mhm.
But anyways, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I really do. Are you getting the video all set up? Or
I
I think
have
it's
it.
Sav Productions. I swear I've
So
seen that name before, but
yeah, she
whoever
be in
you are, welcome.
she be in
I
in
think she
our
be in Taz
spaces.
and Nyla in them chats
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Well,
Yep.
we appreciate you coming. I think this is the first time I've seen her come here though.
Well, I mean, this is only like what our second live.
Third. Don't do
It's
us.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Stepping up in the room. All right. Third time's a charm. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay.
So
So
again, it seems like, Reese found some content with some moronic ass idiot that
yeah.
apparently wanted to talk to This woman, what's her name? Princella,
Mhm.
something like that. So
Mhm.
she wanted to talk to he wanted to talk to her, but of course, it seemed from what I'm understanding, because I haven't seen it. From what I'm understanding, he's most likely going to keep trying to probably debunk things that she has to say instead of him focusing. Like, you really should do that in the debate, but I guarantee he didn't. He probably turned it into
Exactly.
an argument. He probably threw some insults at her and everything just to make her feel bad. And what I'm assuming, it probably didn't work, and
It
it just
didn't
went
work.
left.
Mhm. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You called it. Okay, let me fast forward a little bit.
Oh, I'm gonna get mad.
You going yeah a little bit.
Mm,
Mhm.
well, let me go on mute.
Let's see. I wish I was looking at this from the stream. Should I pull it up from the? Yeah, let me just pull it up from the stream. Actually, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't want to give him no views, so I downloaded the video, but I think it will work more if I did it from his stream. Unfortunately, because then we could see the
Sheesh.
comments too. Okay. Um, um,
Okay, so
That's called playerism.
oh, that's him.
Sing,
yeah.
player clean.
Another bald headed nigga. All right,
I never
this
seen
should
him
be
in my
good.
life. I sent this to Wisdom, and she was like, "Who is that?" I was like, "I don't know."
What the fuck is he wearing?
He's around. He's surrounded by a bunch of dicks, so we already know how this. This is probably the Manosphere meetup.
I'm about to say, what is it? The Circle Jerk convention?
Probably.
Mm.
I would wear
What
those
is he
pants out.
wearing though?
His
And is
mom's
that
outfit.
he got a Merce?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Okay,
Straight
yeah,
merch.
this should be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh look, he has one too.
What do you know? Again, Circle Jerk convention.
Yep.
Maybe this is deep.
Then you got a bum ass rapper. All right, bet.
Hold on, let me fix my audio.
Okay, is that him
Um,
wearing the velvet shirt?
I don't think so.
That's not him. Okay.
No. Hold on real quick, because it's echoing for me. What the hell? What in the hell? Okay. Hold on. Okay.
The Saint versus the Queen Maker. Who is really the prize? Hmm. I mean, well, we can just go ahead and get that out the way. No, men are not the prize because women don't spend their whole entire life, day and night, quote unquote, hunting for men. It's
And
actually the complete opposite.
she said that too. I guess that maybe that is him. That one in a
Lord,
velvet shirt.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sugary
him.
vibes coming through the screen.
Yeah. Well, look at the woman he's with. So,
Of course.
okay. Can y'all
Hey,
hear? Let me
yeah.
know if y'all can hear it.
Your favorite YouTuber's favorite
I can hear it.
YouTuber.
But you know what?
Okay.
I got that I still hold on to that theory that motherfuckers, like, I don't know, some of them be getting cursed. That's why they lose their hair because of the
Yeah,
way they fucking operate and the way they act.
for real though. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
we
cause
always
look,
seem to run. They always have no hair, yet they always want to call black women bald headed, and that's why we got to wear wigs.
exact, and that does come up. So it's funny that you say that. Also we know
It's the
that
same shit over and over again.
Funky from Funky and Fat doesn't have any hair neither, and he ends up defending him at some point in this debate. So yeah, that could be true because I mean these niggas are young, and
Yeah,
y'all don't have no hair already.
they always lose their hair, yet they always want to talk about black women wearing wigs and stuff. Like, I mean, the reason why y'all lose y'all hair is because you don't know how to mind your fucking business about everybody else's hair.
Exactly. Bald head skittle diddles. But he looks ashy. He
Facts.
looks like an ash boon. But all right, let me start this because I want you to it gets disrespectful off the gate. Okay.
All right, mute.
How do you fall in love with me, but I'm not in love with you? Peace to the saints. Peace to the saints.
A fucking corner store
It's the
rapper.
big homie, the one and only Fax Kellerman, Stephen A. Pimp, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, Attila the Hun, the warrior king of this YouTube thing, the idol of James Bond, Marquette Devon Burton, the saint and the sinner.
Boo.
And today we gonna give this young lady a lesson. Oh, she's a brave one. Bring out the black suits. It's about to be a body. And
It's
you know what
about to-
shocks me about you?
What's that?
That you was crazy enough to know what you was getting into and still set yourself up for it. Why you do that?
Actually, no. You know what, Senna? Oh, my bad, Saint. I think you more the center kind, but no, seriously. It's been people that's been reaching out to you for a couple months trying to get us to talk. And this last person who reached out to you, they reached out to you because they saw me on Fresh and Fit.
Okay.
Now, somebody else actually reached out to you back in November.
Right.
And the reason that they reached out to you is because they felt like you would be a better opponent to me because I tend to slaughter everybody that I come across. And I did it to Myron, and they felt like Myron was a little bit too. They felt like Myron is a little bit too emotional, and they thinks that you're a better
I could have told her
opponent.
that.
So I'm hoping that you are.
Well, you know what? First,
You know what? Kira is the reason why we're even playing this because Kira is the one that showed me this one, and I completely forgot about it until I read the comments. But yeah, Kira had played this, and I came in like in the middle of it. So yeah, but yeah, but saying that he's less emotional than Funky, that's not really a compliment. Like,
I mean, he's gonna take it as a compliment because you know they like to run around with this damn bullshit ass talking point that we're logical and you guys are emotional when I'm willing to bet money that he's about to become emotional during this damn interview.
oh yeah, and the thing is, no, he doesn't even take it as a compliment because you know he's there to bussy pop for what's his name, for Myron. So yeah, okay, so fair use.
off, let's give your introduction. I appreciate you coming on the platform. And indeed, if you want to hop in the hot water and get boiled, fry her up. I eat small fries too, you dig? So first and foremost, I want everyone to know that Princella, the Queen Maker, we do have all of her links in the description. So if you like what you're hearing from her, please do support her work and check out her content. And during the conversation, we'll also make sure that we share some of the things that she's done. She does have some good humor and some respectable musical skills. And so, you know, she's multi-talented, but she sure as hell ain't got enough talent to get this work. You dig? And she gonna learn today. We're gonna put everybody in their place. And at the end, we shall have a hierarchy established. Talented, but she sure as hell ain't got enough talent to get this work. You dig? And she gonna learn today. We're gonna put everybody in their place, and at the end, we shall have a hierarchy established properly. And for those of you who are fans of hers, we welcome you, and we're happy to have you in the chat. For everyone, her fans, my fans, please don't spam the chat with unnecessary things. We want you to be able to be heard. And as we're live, if you have a meaningful question, you want to suggest a topic, feel free to send your super chat, PayPal, or Cash App, and we will honor that.
Okay, we have Kuma said, glad to catch you live again. Peace to the saints.
Peace to the saints.
On Cash App, we have Marco says, peace to the saints.
Peace to the saints.
We have Austin. He sent $50.
Baller alert.
He said, baller alert, message in chat. Austin, I do not see it.
It's
Please
right
send
there.
it again.
Did it freeze? Wait, what happened?
back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was answering your question, but no, yeah, that lady, she just talks the whole time. So I don't know if it's talk to text or if it's a person, but yeah, she's there. And what I was saying something, but I can't remember because I was on mute the whole time. So okay. Oh no, what I was gonna say is I'm gonna speed it up a little bit until they like actually start talking. Cause I mean he's just kind of like not saying nothing.
Yeah, because I mean, for one thing, he's like feeling himself way too fucking hard. It's like I can really only imagine the same washed out ass talking points that he's about to give. Same thing that we always hear constantly gets debunked, and he's still gonna be saying it as if it's never been debunked.
That's a good point though, like, cause that irritated me, like that he is feeling himself, but he is because he has all these nakers in the chat.
Of
So,
course,
they gonna cheer him on,
it's
and
always gonna be an echo chamber of idiots, literally.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter like what like happens. He got the support. That's why he's confident. I feel like, and that's why this platform is iffy because like it's giving these niggas confidence that they really shouldn't have.
Well, I mean, I've told you this offline and everything before. They can have all this confidence that they don't have in the world, but at the end of the day, all the shit that they're learning from these raggedy ass, bald headed, goofy ass dudes that probably has to buy vag basically in order for them to get it, they're not going to get none of that. They're just going to be some miserable ass incels that's sitting there listening to this man, wondering why the hell they ain't giving women. It's the same thing on Fat and Funky.
Yep, and Warren Food Samuels. I mean, none of them people got men. I mean, women like or even
No,
men
they
because
didn't. And I say that constantly. They always say he helped the relationships in the black community. No, he didn't.
that's
The
why they all
relationships are
ended up on
worse.
Kendra G.
All
Because
he
I
did
know,
was help. All he did was help us recognize your talking points so we can go ahead and steer away from your ass. That's all he did.
but so if they worked, then I guess that's the reason all those nakers ended up on Kendra G show because it's a lot of manosphere dudes that be going on there, and they're
Because they
manosphere
can't
because
get women.
right, but you can tell they're manosphere because the shit they be saying like, oh, I want a feminine, fit, friendly woman. I don't want a woman who has too many bodies. Like I've seen a lot of episodes like that.
And I'm trying to figure out when the hell she's going to have an episode where she shows all these. I've only seen one relationship that may have possibly worked out where they actually met and they were cool together and all this other shit. And that's the dude that I'm assuming. What did he say? He worked in something involving the airline or something. That's one damn dude. I need to see all of these success stories. Other than that, then she's just setting up a bunch of trash. Motherfuckers is not contacting each other, and she ain't helping shit involving the relationship in the black community either. So, and
Exactly.
they
I don't know.
still ain't gonna get no women because their talking points is bullshit.
Yep. Well, I told you already. I told you this offline, but Myron has a book called "Why Women Deserve Less." So I mean that says it all. But Liberated is in the chat, and he said, "So y'all got a whole channel and wasn't going to tell nobody." LOL. Much love to Reese and Rochelle, and peace to the chat, everybody. Hope everybody good coming through to show support. Thank you, Liberated.
Thank you, Liberated. We don't usually, broadcast that we have a channel. Just normally you see us in other chats. So we're not gonna just like be in the other chats just broadcasting it. So I mean, I don't even know how you found out. But
Me neither.
thank, but
Like
thank you
really,
for coming though.
I'm really surprised, honestly. Yes, but thank you for coming. Exactly. And Wisdom's in the chat. Hey sis.
Hey Wisdom. How you doing, love?
I posted the link, so y'all can hit the link if y'all want.
Yeah. We would love for you guys to hit the link. Because I just got a feeling this is gonna be some bullshit. It's just another echo chamber. And again, I wish people would just stop. Just I wish the women would just stop going on these shows and everything. Like let them literally have their echo chamber and let them go ahead and start shopping for proper nursing homes because them motherfuckers gonna die alone.
I know. So you think she shouldn't have came on here?
I don't think she should have because for what?
I
Like
know.
that really just makes I mean he already has a big head anyways, literally. But that just makes him feel even more that he's just really popping out here because he has women coming on the show. No,
Right.
let his ass have circle jerk conventions with men and then try to teach these men how he's getting women that basically, offer rent a vag, and
Yeah.
then just go from there. He's gonna die alone still. It doesn't matter what women he gets now. He's never gonna be able to hold down a suitable mate. So he's gonna die alone. He's gonna be in a nursing home, bitter as fuck, just like the rest of the dudes that he has in his chat.
Yeah, if anything, yeah, like I forgot. But yeah, he's just really trash. Like,
Oh, there's Tequila. Hey, Tequila. And hey, Josh.
hey Josh, hey Tequila. Else what she say? Else something. My sissy poos are live. Hey y'all. Okay. Um okay, let me start it. I wanted to speed it up because they ain't talking about nothing yet.
No, he just
Just
stroking his
talking.
own ego.
Yeah. Oh, but no, what I was gonna say is if anything, maybe she could have had him come on her channel.
That'd have been
Like,
better. I mean, I don't think she should conversate with him at all because who the fuck is he? Some no name ass dude on YouTube that just spews the same damn talking points. I mean, I wish they would give these niggas the fucking, like, they'll give them the damn secret to how they can actually get women. Like they're really just like they're about to make their lives miserable. It's about to be a shit ton of incels in an underground community, basically passing around dangerous ass content about women and all this other shit, passing around videos of women being harmed and everything. It's gonna be a lot of them, and they're gonna keep feeding the monster. That's all they're gonna do, because I don't see any woman that has any type of love and respect and care for herself dealing with any of these dudes. And then the women that they want, which is usually the modern women aren't gonna want to have nothing to do with them. The women that they wanted, like, quote unquote, in high school when they were popular, and the cutest ones, the cheerleaders, they're not gonna want them. They don't want the pick me, so they're not gonna have anybody. Are you talking?
can you hear me? Cause like my
Now
thing,
I can hear you.
like okay, like I guess I'm gonna just be struggle streaming. That's okay. Um, but let me just play some of this because I need to fix something. And it's like not even no sound.
I got it.
I got-
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Austin said, the best thing about Quet is that you never take a gamble betting on him. If anything is realer than him, then it's fake.
Talk about it. Talk about it. And baby girl, no, too, but she gonna learn today. I see them hard heads right now, but I expect that from single mothers. You did.
Joseph sent tuition on Cash App.
Shout to Joseph.
For those that are new here,
How much you want to bet he done created single mothers?
I don't know, but that just like irritated me because like she's getting divorced and stuff. So she's gonna say that, but like he's gonna keep like accusing her of being a single mother. And it's just weird and annoying. I don't know if he's an incel though. I feel like he is. I don't know if he got no kids. I don't think he does. I don't know though. I have no idea. I never seen him before till the other
He
day.
he looks like the type that would have kids. I mean, if he wants to sit there and make
Not to
assumptions and
me.
everything, call people single mothers, he definitely looks like one of those struggle
Well,
makers that complains about
when you see
child
his
support.
personality, he doesn't look like the type to have kids. Like, not to me because he's
Because
very
it's
childish.
plenty of men that have kids that be on YouTube. They have kids and they still talk about single mothers.
Yeah, they do. But a lot of incels do too, though.
I mean, AM, and I'm gonna just say his initials because fuck that dude.
Mhm.
AM is one of them. You created single mothers, and you be on here talking about single mothers ruin the community, and you created single mothers.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's demonic, honestly. But I don't know. I just feel like he's an incel. But we'll see. I don't know if he says it or not. I don't think he does,
Queen is
honestly.
up here.
Oh, hey, Queen. Oh, wait. And so is Mule. Hold on. No, that's Mule.
Queen is in the back chat.
I've been here.
Have
Hey,
you?
Mule.
Wow.
Ah,
Hey,
thank you
my
for coming.
sisters.
Hey, sis.
How y'all doing
See,
tonight?
I
We
remember this
doing
picture,
good.
Mule, that you have. This picture,
Yeah.
that's a pretty picture. But we're doing good. Thank you for coming up here.
Girl, he gonna try to outwoman this woman. That's all it is. It's gonna be a woman
Oh,
match off. And I'm
Of
yeah,
with you,
course.
Sharice. I don't believe he's so flamboyant, y'all. I don't think he even like women. I promise you.
right. Yeah, really,
He's
though.
gonna show the world that he's a better woman than she'll ever be.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Queen. Queen's up
Hey,
here.
good evening, everybody.
we
Good
should.
evening,
Wamio.
Hey,
Queen.
Queen.
Wagwan, wagwan.
Wagwan,
We should.
everybody. Medaya. I just
Yes,
I
popped
wish
up.
we
thank you.
had a. I wish we had a countdown where we had a
I
counter
know.
where we can count how many times he's gonna call her masculine, because I've never seen this, but I'm sure he called her masculine.
Hmm.
Well, he calls her a man actually, but we can find out how many times he calls her that. But I mean, that's just yeah, it's the same thing. What do y'all think? Do y'all think she should have talked to him?
I don't think so because, well, I think so because it shows how delusional he was, how rude
Hmm.
and disrespectful he was. While I keep saying she was the one being disrespectful, it is
Right.
ridiculous. She was being nothing but respect. He kept taking every shot he could at her, and she just was letting it go over her. It was like she was trying to stay classy the whole time. It was crazy. I didn't watch
Hmm.
it to the end. I just couldn't. But
Hmm.
Kira had played it for us. But
Hmm.
yeah, it
Yeah, I
was
was in
crazy.
there when she played it.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I've not long finished the stream, so I've missed the first half of what y'all have been doing. But I'm glad. I'm very, very happy that you're
Well,
doing
we
this
haven't done
stream. It's
anything,
good to see
Queen.
you, ladies.
Queen, we just got started. We're like two
Oh,
minutes
you
in.
just got started.
I'm so happy
Yeah.
too, girl. I shared y'all post.
Oh, thank you, y'all.
I
Thank you.
shared the stream.
Um,
Hopefully people
Oh,
come
wisdom's in
over.
the
Wisdom is
back.
in the back.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, do you know
wisdom.
how to add people, Renee?
I
Or do you
can't
have
do
your?
it because I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
not
mean,
in
you
the
probably still
StreamYard
could.
StreamYard. I'm just in your invite.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
What
but I
it
think.
do? What it do? What it do?
Hey,
Hey,
sis.
wisdom.
Hey,
Why?
ladies.
Hey,
Hey,
Wizzy.
wisdom. Love you,
Guan,
wisdom.
guan, guan, everybody.
Wagwan, sis.
Yeah,
Hey, MJ.
Liberated. That's he a fruitcake.
Oh, he definitely zesty.
And then even with that, I still honestly believe he a single mother maker, because how many dudes that's DL fruitcakes that sit there and have kids and everything, and then it eventually comes out that they like men.
You right
Hmm.
about that. You right about that, girl.
God.
She said he's zesty.
But I don't know because, like, I don't know. But I want to play some of the videos. So, do y'all mind? Does anybody have anything to say?
To be honest, I don't
Yeah,
know
I
who
got a
this
lot.
dude
No, I'm
is.
just kidding.
I just
Is
Me
it
know
neither.
me
that
or
he
do
popped
I
up
hear
on
an
my
echo?
I
screen
hear
the other
it.
day.
Okay, I think it's me.
Okay, I will make sure it wasn't me. 'Cause you know I be struggle streaming.
Go ahead, sis. Play the clip. Hey, sister
Well, I'm
MJ.
struggle streaming now because, like, it is an echo. I don't know why.
Listen, at the
Um,
moment, sis, there's issues with StreamYard, with clips, with echoes, with all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
So don't think too heavily about that you're doing anything wrong. There's just issues with StreamYard.
Yep.
yeah, I wasn't doing this just a second ago though.
Aye,
I think maybe I have a tab open. Like, let me see.
maybe.
Um,
You might need to click is it echo cancellation? I think there's a voice
mm-hmm.
setting
Let me
under the
try
mic
that
saying echo cancellation.
one, but um, I think it went away. No, it didn't. Let me see. Okay, hello. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I think it's still echoing. I know. I'm just trying to see if it's echoing, and it is. That is weird. Well,
You could try dropping
I
off
don't
and coming
know.
back and see if you could get a better signal. I don't know if that would help. Rochelle, my spirit
Hey,
lady, how are you, sis? Wagwan.
I'm good.
We not say you're busy and thing, but come breeze through sometime and say hello. Me
Girl,
miss
I
you.
have not been on anybody's YouTube
Yeah,
for a
I
bit.
know.
I know I haven't seen Rochelle nowhere in these
Yeah,
streets.
I don't know if
We
that's
missed your
me
presence, sis.
because I'm not. I don't think
You're
that's
not
me
echoing
because
anymore.
it's
So
still
it's
echoing
probably
for me. But I don't know.
Is Reese talking? I can't hear her. Is it me?
Yeah, I can hear her.
yeah, I can hear her.
I can hear.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
Okay, well
It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
drop
one of
down and
those
come back and
nights.
make sure it's not me. Okay.
I think I'm gonna do the same
okay.
thing.
Um.
Oh, I can hear her now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Actually,
See,
it's
it
still
was
echoing.
wisdom the whole time.
No, I still hear it.
No, I
That
still
is
hear the
weird.
echo too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
What is that? That's real weird. I don't even know. Like, hold on. Let me see. Um, did it go away? No, it didn't.
No,
Hold on. Um,
this shit is trash.
it's so. It really is.
I'm tired
It is
with
not.
this
You want
shit.
to play the
Yes, it
video a
is.
little bit?
Yeah. I just didn't want it to echo, but like, I really don't even know like what. Hold on. Let me just mute everybody. I have to talk to see if it's echoing. Okay, so it's not echoing, right? Y'all don't hear it
No.
echo, right?
No.
Personally, I'm
Okay.
not hearing an echo.
Okay, Rochelle, can you come off
Yeah,
mute?
yeah, I'm off mute. There's the echo.
Yeah.
I
Wait, let
think
me
it's
see.
just gonna do that because I don't know. I mean, I could drop down.
Wait. Okay. Is it an echo still? Yeah, okay, it
Yes.
doesn't matter. We'll just go on mute, I guess, because I can play the I wanna play this video anyway.
No problem. Do your thing.
And then did wisdom come back up? I mean you can come back up, sis, I guess, if you want. No, I mean I know you can come up. Okay.
$6 and above to be read aloud, but Boost did send an additional dollar on Cash App just now. It says, "Greetings to all the high value single mothers in the chat. Keep it classy. Peace to the saints."
In a real way. And one thing I want to establish, because there are a lot of assumptions. I'm one who believes in the natural pairing of male and female. I believe that both men and women are highly valuable and even more valuable when they come together in union. So let that first be said. On this side, we love women, we value women, but these are women who are respectable and respectful. And there are a lot of women who are low class, mentally ill, and those are the ones that we don't regard well, and we will put them in their place as appropriate.
Hold on,
Then just an
real
Venmo.
quick. Did he just say something involving assumptions, and him and his chat made assumptions about women in the chat being single mothers? And then
Wisdom is in
how
the
in
back
the
as well.
hell do you hold unions of man and woman in high regard with your fruitcake ass? Because we all know that you got some sugar in that tank that you're trying to hide. But how in the hell are you going to hold that in high regard, but you down the very union as far as them making children together? And you only
Yeah.
downed it on the side of the women, not the men. You're not running around calling them single fathers.
You see how
hmm
emotional he is, like already off the bat. Like I shouldn't even have sped it up because I want, like, because he's very emotional already. Like they haven't talked about anything, so I think
Yeah,
that's like
he in his
a lot
feelings
of
talking
energy.
about we love women. Yeah, that's what down low men say all the time.
Right? Like nobody believes you.
Oh, Sharice, wisdom's in the back of the what's it called?
That shit just kind of
Okay.
blew me. Like the fuck?
Yeah.
Like one of the most powerful unions is when you lay down with each other and create children. And then here you go downing a union, but you love man-woman unions.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sound like it to me.
You
So
know
it's a
these niggas are
pasties.
dumb.
You know they hate
Uh-huh.
kids.
I cannot stand A-rage ass niggas.
You know these
Can
guys
we
are
say
full
the
of
G word on
hypocrisy
here?
and contradiction. Okay.
Oh my God. Yes. The double
The
Yeah,
talk
ones
for
that
me.
secretly A, like, can we say the G word? The ones that secretly
yeah,
A, and then they
yes.
want to sit there and take all that rage out on women and
Yes, they
everything.
gay.
He probably one of them ones that think that men can't come out because of women.
Mm,
I mean,
I
really.
think you
I just
might be
seen a
safer
video.
just saying alphabet mafia so you don't get censored.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do
I
that.
just seen an acre that I didn't even watch the video, but I downloaded it. But he was saying like basically how it's women's fault. Of course, you could guess what race he is. It's black women's fault that he's gay or DL. So yeah,
Because we don't accept him. Like, bruh,
I
I don't
guess
want to deal with a dude that gets pussy popped and bring that shit back to me. I'm good.
I'm good too.
I mean, I accept the ones that's openly out there with it. I don't accept ones like him.
I mean,
Like,
I'm not accepting it in my relationship. Like,
well,
Right.
yeah, in my
Not
relationship,
doing
I'm
that
not
shit.
accepting that shit, but still, like, anyways, if you are DL or whatever, why the hell you want a relationship with a woman anyways? Like, why do you care about a relationship? You should only care that somebody supports you as far as your decision on your sexuality. That's all you should care about.
Because they're selfish. They want to
Because
have that ache and keep too.
a lot of these guys still have a misogynistic mindset. They've grown up around heterosexual couples, and a lot of them deep down still dream of that 2.5 children with the house and the car and the wife. If you speak to some of them, like there's some streams that I've entered, and these guys are a part of the alphabet mafia, but they're talking about the fact that they still want the house, the car, and a trophy wife that matches. So some of
a
them are
beard.
dealing with their own sets of confusion and in terms of the way that they've been raised by the quote unquote church for the ideals of what, a family looks like and what it should be. So a
Well,
lot of them are still competing with their own self and the way that they look at things in society.
well, they really just
They
need to
want a
stop
beard.
lying. Like, seriously, stop making it seem like that we're the ones that's keeping them in the closet. Really, it's they homeboys.
It's
Hmm.
That's
themselves
really what it
because
is.
That's
yeah,
so true.
and other black men because they're
Yeah,
homophobic and they don't accept it. So yeah,
exactly. So they need to stop sitting there lying and trying to blame the, like, which one is it? Do we support the alphabet mafia more than straight men, or do we cause you to stay in the closet? Which one is it? I wish they would get their damn talking points straight.
never that. Okay, let me play some of this.
Shout out to you. Low class mental be said. On this side, we love women, we value women, but these are women who are respectable and respectful. And there are a lot of women who are low class, mentally ill, and those are the ones that we don't regard well, and we will put them in their place as appropriate. You caught
Heels
up?
in just sent a Venmo.
Shout out to Heels In.
Carry on.
So the theme that we have on this one is who's the prize, men or women. We're going to get into a number of topics and conversations. I know that you have a lot of opinions, and we'll go ahead and tear them apart one by one. I trust that you'll be reasonably civil. I saw that you made an appearance on Fresh and Fit. You weren't coherent. You didn't make sense, but you were civil, and I appreciate that. And so we'll give you an opportunity to say everything you got to say.
Darius said we
Didn't
might
make
have to
sense to a
update the
moron.
Marquette marquee to say $6
I
and
go ahead
above
and
to be
go
read
back
out
to that.
loud. Looking forward to
Wait,
these
I just
discussions
want to
this
say,
week.
did you hear what
Yes,
he just
indeed.
said? You got a
Hmm.
lot of points, and I'm going to tear them apart one by one. So he's already throwing shots.
Right.
He's not going to tear them apart, though. He's going to get emotionally unstable, from what my understanding is based off of what you ladies have said. He's going to become emotionally unstable because, of course, they don't know logic. They just know emotion, but they hide it behind logic, like
But
fake ass logic.
what he does is he's just going to keep throwing these passive aggressive shots, right?
Hmm.
Right.
And then
Right.
anything she says to try to defend herself is going to make he's going to lie and try to manipulate it. Listen, he
Yeah, he'll
crazy.
gaslight and make it seem
Yeah.
like she's being masculine and angry and just she's not being reasonable and she's not willing to take a L. When in all actuality, whatever he's gonna say probably isn't gonna make any sense. It's gonna be the same bullshit ass talking points.
But
It
he's an
is.
idiot because how did nothing she say make sense? Like, no, you're actually just slow. Because
No, he's got comprehension
Like,
issues if it doesn't make sense to him. Because I haven't watched the whole Fresh and Fit thing. Pastor P puts me to sleep in a nice way. It's just her voice, that Southern Belle voice. It just does something to me. Anyway, if you got like, she's very straightforward in the way that she lays things out from the bits that I've heard. So if you don't understand what she's saying, you have active listening issues. You have comprehension issues. And then it's your
yeah,
perception on top of it.
That's
but
what
is
I
it
said. I
me?
was
But
like,
then
she
he
doesn't
used
make sense
coherent
to
wrong.
idiots.
Mm.
no, I don't think he used it wrong. I mean,
Like coherent. That means
like that means like kind of like basically like legend, like like I don't know what the word would be, but basically you understand it, like. But I don't know.
mm.
Now I need to kind of Google the definition. But
Right. No, 'cause I'm
I need to
sitting
be.
here like I think he kind of misused it, but it might be me. I'm gonna sit down.
I don't think
I'm gonna have
so.
to hear him say it in a sentence again.
Of argument, theory, or policy, logical and inconsistent. So no, it made sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. Okay. Let me play some of this, y'all.
Go ahead.
Because we're 2 minutes in or
Hmm.
5. I don't know.
Princella.
I got a question before you ask me. Are we gonna be debating or discussing in delusional world, or we gonna be in the real world? Which one? I need to make sure I know where we at.
Well, number one, there's only one world, so we'll be living in reality. The
Okay.
one reality that is this. We're not going to be in the metaverse. That's number one. And
Okay.
number two, it doesn't have to be a debate. If we agree on something, I'm not going to pretend as though I don't agree with you just because you're a woman or just because people have positioned you as a psychopath. If you say something reasonable, I will acknowledge that it's reasonable
Taking shots
because I
already.
think the more valuable thing is for us to build on knowledge together. The more valuable thing is for us to co-create. It just so happens that if you're a psychopath, there ain't nothing to create. I got to destroy you. But if
Oh
you
wait,
say
baby. If I'm a psychopath, I understand that because real people are psychopaths in the matrix. That's why I asked you, were we gonna be in reality or we gonna be in the matrix? Because if we in the matrix, yes, I am a psychopath. Yeah.
oh boy, it has
Okay, on
begun.
PayPal, we have Joshua said tuition, Mr. Malave.
It has begun. Shout out to Mr. Malave.
And Bitcoin Bandit said she didn't smoke Myron at all. She was making a bunch of nonsensical arguments and still lost despite Myron being ill.
And you know what I really hope is that both the males and the
They're so
females
gay.
watching can be
Such simps.
reasonable
Myron
and
didn't
they can
think
try to
so, and
gain
that's
something
why
from
he
this
was triggered.
conversation. I hope that all of
Exactly.
the females in here on her
But it's
side
like
who at
when
least
he just even laughed about it, I just feel like he knows it's not true either, but he just wants to stick up for Myron.
Well, he was laughing at it because he knows the one sending the super chat is a fucking moron. But keep sending them super chats.
Exactly. Well, that's £4.99. How much is that, Queen? How much American dollars is that? Would
Say
you
that
know?
again. Sorry, sis.
It's £5. So like, what would that be, like $3 American?
For just under £5 English is equating at the moment to just over five. It's just like under $6.
Hmm.
I think it is. I'd have to go through Cash App, but the last time I sent somebody a $5, it transferred to $6 and something.
Yeah. Well, he's triggered. She didn't smoke Myron at all, but that's what the super chat says. But yeah, she did obviously. But okay, let me.
came in on our side aren't thinking like, oh, like everything he's saying is bad. And all the gentlemen on my side and the ladies on my side as well aren't looking at her like, oh, she's a psychopath feminist. Give her a chance to express herself and we'll see what's what. Now, number one, I noticed a lot of your personality is starting to propagate in what they call the manosphere, of which I don't claim to be a part of. And these are essentially women who are playing in a man's game who, for some reason, are concerned with the affairs and conversations of men. I know that there's obviously Prophet. Just Pearly Things is one such woman who comes in and basically repeats all the things that guys say. And then people are like, oh my, that was brilliant. And then they send her a bunch of money and make this upper middle class white girl even more wealthy, when really a real man is never led by a female. So my question is, aside from the money, is there any other reason that you've entered the spaces of men attempting to establish a perspective?
Actually, I don't even go to men's spaces, right? I pretty much stay in my own little lane. However, men tend to come to my lane, or people who are in my lane demand or request that I take on certain people. I don't really care what people are out here doing, especially when I know that they're crazy, right? You didn't ask me my educational background, but my educational background is cell and molecular biology. So I kind of tend to stay.
We'll get into that. Do you mind if,
Yeah,
like, one thing we want to try to do is just to keep things neat? Not to say we won't get into that,
sure,
we will, but just to keep things neat. If you say you finish an answer to a question and you want to go on to something else, we can definitely address that. But like, I'll just book in it there so we can respond on that one topic.
sure.
Um,
No
She
problem.
was
Yeah,
on
but
topic.
He's
I don't
pathetic.
go
Exactly.
into
She was.
male
She was
spaces.
on
No, I
topic.
don't.
All she was saying
Because I
was
don't.
questions that were
that
male based.
this is the lane she
Yeah,
stays
because I
in
was
because this
requested.
is
I
the
was
degree she has, and that's what she mostly talks about. He just didn't want to hear that she had a degree.
Right.
Already a bitchy, emotional motherfucker.
It's
Exactly.
about him controlling the environment.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
He
he
course.
wants
didn't
to
want.
show, it's like a show of power to cut her off, to, it's what you see with a lot of these manhoes when it comes to debates, and it they'll cut women off, they'll change the subject, they'll make it look like they're leading and all this kind of thing when they're not doing anything that's new to anybody else.
Yeah, he
But
sounded
no,
like a
Yeah.
no,
hater too, talking about Pearly.
Yeah.
but
Like you
note what you
sound like
just
an
said.
ultimate ass hater.
He cutting her.
And you sound fraudulent in your shit anyways, because you seem exactly like a manosphere ass dude. Like you really do. So you just don't want to
Mhm.
claim manosphere because I'm pretty sure you heard that they motherfucking ass is being closely watched by FBI and everything. That's why you don't want
Right.
to claim manosphere. A lot of them are doing it now. Now they don't want to claim manosphere. I guarantee 3 years ago he would have claimed that shit.
Exactly.
But listen, you see how he couldn't cut her off when she get ready to talk about her education, and then he's
Because
gonna
yeah,
be,
he didn't want to hear it.
but he's gonna keep saying she's cutting him off. It's weird, but it's
Mhm.
okay every time he cut her off. But he's gonna tell her she's not civil. This shit was weird. It was really weird and annoying. But I mean, if anything, it didn't give me a bad impression of her. It gave me a horrible impression of him.
Yeah. But that's what pisses me off though is that they get to make themselves feel like they look good because they have a whole bunch of dusty incel niggers in the chat agreeing with them. So I mean, they get to feel like they won, and they really don't have any awareness, like to realize, like, no, like you didn't make any sense. You look emotional, like the thing you said that you weren't. You look very emotional, like. But they don't believe that. They think that they won this. Like he'll think that he won this argument.
Of course he will. And I mean, she took that risk anyways. I mean, it's equivalent to when shout out to the GOAT, when Taz decides he wants to run over the different panels and stuff. He knows, like, really at this point, it is no need of you going in certain spaces unless you're gonna drill. Because they're always gonna say you lost anyway.
Yeah, exactly. They're not even gonna let you talk for the most part. But
Yeah, they're always gonna say you lost. So I mean, she knew that was gonna come about. If she thought she was going over there and they was gonna say, "Yeah, man, she got you," it's never gonna happen. I don't give a damn if he sits there and says, "I like to wear diapers when I wake up in the middle of the night." I don't give a damn what he says. They're still gonna say he's right
yep.
over her.
Mhm. Okay.
asked to go there. I was asked to go there.
How did you
So
end up in Fresh and Fit?
how did I end up on Fresh and Fit? So
Yeah, you repeat
with
my
my
question. That's your process
yeah,
of slow there, baby. You ain't gonna make it.
no,
You
seriously,
ain't gonna
no,
make it.
baby.
When they
I've been
press you on fit, you ask them
no.
to repeat things that I know you heard the first time. So you ain't processing on the level to get,
Mm,
to you with this A1
mm-mm.
game. I'm gonna give you a
Oh no,
chance.
but
Why don't he
mm-mm.
just get to it?
Look. So let's cut to the chase. So I've been doing YouTube for about a year, okay, and I'm totally in my own lane. But the conversations that I have a lot of people requested that I talk to certain people, just like they requested that I talk to you. Okay.
Well, what
I
was
didn't
my
come.
question?
Yeah. Say
What was
again.
my question I just asked you? What was my question I
Your
just asked you?
question is how I ended up on Fresh and Fit, right?
Correct. How did you
And I
end up
just
there?
told you, people
She
requested that
just said
I
it.
go there, so I asked them to go there. Right?
Okay, so you're
God,
saying
he's
the
fucking dumb.
fans suggested it, and then so you
Yes.
reached out to
Yeah,
Fresh
like
and
he's
Fit to
trying
go
to
on their
play
show.
games.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
the actual answer to my question then is
Mhm.
I requested to go on Fresh and Fit. So what you did, which is very
You didn't
common,
have to say it
not
like
only
that, though.
among
She still
Yeah,
females,
said it.
yeah, no, because that's what y'all like to do. Y'all like
we
to take bits and pieces of the trip. Y'all like to take bits and pieces so you can flip it out of context. I'm not gonna let you do that to me.
hold on one second, bro. We usually assign to females that they don't take what's called accountability. They don't acknowledge what is within their control
Oh my
and
Oh
within
God.
my
their decision
gosh.
making. So
Oh,
what
I'm
you've
making.
done, hold on one second, love. I'll give you time to speak.
Go
What
ahead.
you've just done is I said, how did you end up on Fresh and Fit?
Yeah.
How did you end up there? Well, the
How
answer
did
is
I
that
This is
end?
you
dumb.
requested to go on Fresh and Fit.
Well,
You
how did I
asked
end up here then?
She
How did I
said
end up here
that.
then?
would
She
you
doesn't have to answer it the way that you answer it. She's not a blood clot man. What is wrong with this emotional dust mite? I'm sorry. I've had enough already. This is too much and we're only 5 minutes in. This dude is so frigging annoying, cutting her off every 5 seconds. These dudes do that on purpose to trigger women to get so that they can
Right.
turn
That's
around and
exactly
say,
what he's doing.
"Oh, she's out
Because
of
seems
Yeah,
like he's
control."
purposely like antagonizing her.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
he
He
is.
keeps doing that shit. It's
He did
like
it very
I
from the
mean,
very
you
beginning.
can't she can't break it down any simpler. I mean, she could, but she literally said the same exact thing. She just said it a little bit longer. She said that her fans or people that follow her request that she goes on different things. There's
Hmm.
the answer right there. If you
But
couldn't
I feel like
comprehend
that
that
is the
shit,
truth,
then I'm
though.
gonna
I
need
don't
for
feel
your
like she
dumb
needs
ass to
to.
go back to school.
I don't
But
feel
then
like she
he
needs to
forgets
say it
that
more than
she
way though, because she, for one, that's what her fans do. I don't think she necessarily wants to talk to these people, but they are her fans who support her. They're members to her channel, so she probably does want to fulfill what they want her to do for the most part.
Because know what he tried to do, he tried to make it seem like that she's one of those women, like a pick me or a mammy, that goes floating around manosphere spaces while they're talking men talk. And she clearly says she doesn't. The men either come to
Yeah,
her or her subscribers want her to go over to where they are.
she told him she doesn't know him, like, and I believe her, like, because I don't know him neither. Never seen him in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
he
life.
just he tried to paint. That's what she meant when she said that they tried to take little things and blow it out of context and everything. That's what he tried to do. He tried to blow it out of context and make it seem like that she just be out there floating all over the manosphere trying to get in men's business.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
in all actuality, they always come where the fuck we are. They can't fucking stay away. Like they always just floating they dusty, dirty, raggedy, disgusting, stinking, skid mark ass fucking
No,
drawers
no.
on over to where
Do you have
women
a?
are.
Do you have another tab open?
No.
Okay. All right. I don't know why that is. Why that's happening, but yeah, I agree. Like he didn't want to. I don't know. He didn't want to. He just wanted to be annoying and trigger her, basically. Like
Yeah. This is why half
he's.
of these dudes want women on the panels because they know
Mm-hmm.
the super chats are going to come in,
I get
people are
off
going to
on that.
berate the women. He can use his manhole tactics to degrade her, to put her down, to gaslight her, and he knows all of his manholes are going to get off on it.
Yeah, that's why I don't suggest women going over to their spaces. I don't go over
I
to their
agree with you,
spaces
sis.
because I don't give a fuck about them. None of
Hmm.
them. If them motherfuckers was to collapse tomorrow or Thanos snapped his fucking finger and they be turned into fucking confetti dust, I wouldn't give a damn where the fuck they went. I just wouldn't.
I mean, that's not a
And
bad idea.
I don't
Anybody got
understand
his
why
number?
women go into their space. Don't go into their space because the motherfucking super chats will start to eventually dwindle. They don't have nothing to talk about but women. You keep talking about the same shit when it comes to women. Eventually, them dirty ass niggas that don't get no women, they're gonna notice that their damn pussy meter is not going up.
Well, I told y'all that Myron has a book called "Why Women Deserve Less." So I mean, that is like
I've
that's
heard
crazy
about this
to me.
book,
Well,
but
they probably
then
deserve just as less as that man that he was in the picture in.
Mm.
damn near looking like they about to kiss. Wasn't he in the picture in a bed with a man too? Maybe women do deserve less than that dude.
But then, like, another content creator's been going through his book, and half of the things that he's cited can't be found, or they basically don't
Black
bolster his
demographic.
argument.
I think she read it because when she went on there, because she went on there as she said she read the book, like, and she brought up like some of the talking points, obviously.
I've got to rewatch her. Like I said, every time, because she's got that soothing southern voice, like the pastor, in the church that put babies to sleep. I fall asleep, so I'm gonna have to review at some point her properly, her and Fresh and Fit, because I haven't watched it.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I haven't
honestly
either.
very similar to this,
Yeah.
but
But this dude at this point is beneath her. I'm sorry, this is really, really
yeah, he
beneath her. I
is.
get
He
the
took
fact
a
that
smile
fans
in
have
the suit.
asked, but I feel like content creators need to, in some ways, put their foot down about certain things that are really and truly beneath them. Like, I get, like, y'all will ask me to do certain things or review certain things, and certain things y'all let slide, but at this point it's kind of like, no, I can't be dealing with this bullshit. It's too
Yeah,
Yeah,
much.
shout
it's
out to Strand. Y'all out there
because
living your best life, honey.
because
Strand, you
it's
got
no,
what?
it's really
Who is that?
what it comes down to is why I don't even like people bringing up the fact that I'm gonna go drill somebody or anything like that if I come up on a panel. I don't even like that because motherfucker, like, you're obviously not smarter than this woman, but you want to feel like you are. That's why you got to boost your own head up. You got to sit there and basically push your ego and boost up your ego. You got to do all this shit before you even get into the shit. Like, I don't want nobody to see that I'm coming. What the fuck you need to explain to her how much smarter you are than her?
The thing is also, because she's like a molecular biologist and she's an educated black woman, these guys basically froth at the mouth and salivate at being able to put an educated black woman down.
Yeah. And liberated, you're right. Like, they definitely do that shit. They they sit there and they try to make it an environment like they're doing now where they want women to be able to come over there so they can basically have a show as far as bashing women, talking shit about women, and women be co-signing that shit and everything. And of course there's never going to be a collective boycott as far as women staying away from men's channels because them hoes just as fucking thirsty for attention. Like, the
Well,
fuck I
I
look like
personally
getting
think.
some fucking attention from some mediocre, bald-headed, dirty, nasty ass niggas.
I'm talking about Pimp Tom.
I personally think she don't. I don't think she'll go back. Honestly, I don't think she will go back to like a channel like this.
I
But
hope she doesn't.
I hope so
Well,
too. But because I was in her chat the other day, and he came in there, and like they just immediately blocked him, and like and then people were like, "Oh, somebody text her," and she's like, "Don't text me with no foolishness. Like I can see everything that's going on. Like, so no, I don't think like she's really off that. I really personally don't think she knows him. Like, just like I don't. Like, I've never seen this nigga a day in my life. I don't
and
think
I
he
know
Never.
knows.
Condolences.
He only
and I
popped
know
up
y'all caught the
because,
shade.
It
I know
started
y'all caught
popping
the
up
shade
now.
that she was
She's
giving.
He's
She
popping up
bet.
now on my For You page. Now she's gone. This is the thing. Anytime one of the content creators that we enjoy starts to go up against somebody or battle somebody, these emotional dust might start appearing on my For You page. So
Yep.
he's popped up over the last couple of days out of nowhere. I didn't know who this dude was.
I'm like, don't
And
recommend.
do you get what I mean? And I agree with Liberated. Liberated, I'm with you on this. We've been saying over the last how long about black women being disrespected, unprotected within the space, especially as what was going on with Pimpton's network and who he's associated with. And black women did exactly what we thought they were going to do. There's a whole heap of
Mm-hmm.
them, I agree with Rochelle, that are thirsty, dehydrated the way that Kevin Samuels is. People were boycotting that network, and then a whole heap of other thirsty women just took their place, and a whole heap of the other ones that were claiming all this abuse, they still went back there. They still
Mm-hmm.
went back there. So even when us on this side of the space are boycotting all these spaces, you got the pick-me's and the McMammies who are desperate for their attention, and we can't do anything about them. They're their own worst enemies.
Desperate for them damn
Yeah,
naked
because the
snacks.
difference is with women
Ew,
that
naked
don't
snappers.
like us, that don't need the validation. Like,
Mm.
they obviously need the validation. Motherfuckers, like, even in real life, if you get approached by a man and you're not interested, reject. I'm gonna reject. I don't need attention like that. So I don't need attention from a bunch of YouTube nobodies. But
Right.
obviously they don't reject enough men in their real life, apparently. So none of them, apparently nobody comes up to them, I guess. So then what do? They go and seek validation and attention from the most lowly, broke, bummy ass dudes on
Bald headed,
fucking social media spaces.
scallywag.
Yeah, like I don't fucking understand that shit. So it's never gonna be a full on boycott. As a matter of fact, they'll go against us if we say, hey, we're getting disrespected out here. You get disrespected on these channels. We should stop going over there.
Mm.
They're gonna be like,
Mm.
oh well, I just want to support a Kang, even though he called you a bald headed bitch.
The
Listen, look
Mammy
at the way
Rangers,
Yanni did
the
that
damn Mammy
stream
Rangers.
in support of boycotting and saying to them to stop abusing black women on their platform. Pimp Tongue came up there, Lapeef Jr. came up there, all the other guys came up there to defend themselves. The women were there crying. She basically put her name on the line. And look where those women are now. Back up on the same thing that they said that they were boycotting.
Well, to
And
me, it
Yanni's
was
had to
like,
take shots over that. Those guys have been
Right.
well, she
threatening
should take
her and
shots
all
over it
that.
because I mean, why are you telling them to stop disrespecting them? They're not going to do it. So you need to
And listen,
either tell black women to not go over there or don't say anything. Like that's not helpful. Honestly, they're just on your. I don't get it. Like I didn't get that.
but Sharice, the girl Fantasy Island, she paid $100 just to get back on Fight Club.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes, after she was by Yanni crying. This
I
some
Well, I
can't.
wasn't
girl.
going to bring up her name, but yeah, that's who I'm talking about with the other two
Yeah,
girls that
you
were
want to
on there.
pay. You paid to get back. That's so crazy to
Mm,
be
mm, mm.
disrespected.
That's how desperate some of these women are, that you will be disrespected on platform day after day after day. Other women have your back for you to boycott this platform. You're telling everybody to boycott the platform. Then you pay to go over back there for you to be continually disrespected. Like I said,
Stockholm.
some
And how
people
was
got some
Yanni
issues.
didn't tell him to boycott it. She told them to stop treating the women like shit. Because
Oh,
I mean, you can't
because they'll
boycott them and have
listen.
them on your show.
At first, when she first started the stream, it was about boycotting, but then the conversation kind of changed when they got up there and had the conversation. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm saying boycott. Yanni might not be saying that. I'm saying boycott these motherfuckers. They don't deserve your
Boycott.
presence in their
Yeah,
space.
she did change the title and she took his wife
Mm.
out the
Yeah.
thumbnail. But
I wouldn't have did no
the
such
whole thing
thing.
was she was trying to say, hey, how can you black men feel like this and you're married to black women? And how can
They
y'all
don't
treat these
care.
women like this?
They
And
don't.
this is the
Right.
craziest thing. It's like these women really believe these men are treating their women like this. Listen, his own wife did an interview years ago, and you know how he got his wife? She said she didn't even know they were seriously dating. She was catching the bus to college, and one day he showed up at her university
Oh yeah.
and bought her a brand new car because he didn't want her catching
Wow.
the bus. No more. That's when she knew their relationship was really serious. And
Oh, so who's been
so,
simping then, Pimp Tongue? Who was
Okay,
exactly.
I'm
simping?
telling you, those be the
Mm.
biggest simps.
A lot of the stuff that
He.
this woman
Oh.
said in that interview when when she got interviewed, it's completely contradictory to him. He always like, I don't give a damn what a woman say. I don't care what my wife want. But it's lies. He's
That's a
lying.
whole lie. He
He
sniffed the
that
bottom of that
Oh,
woman's
yeah.
feet.
Yes, and this is the thing. It's so crazy to me that these women believe these men. You think if a man was talking to me and he was like, I don't give a damn what you think, and this and the other, you're gonna be on my program, you're gonna be submissive, you're gonna be my slave. You think real women get with that shit?
Right. Like really though.
Hey y'all.
Right.
What? Wait. But listen, his title is "Who is the Prize?" Mule. What she just said just proves that women are the prize. He can talk all that shit about women all he wants to, but you buying her a car and all this other shit when y'all not even serious, and then she finds out that's the way that y'all serious by you basically buying her a car. Like I said, he right there that proves one point, one of the things that makes it to where women are the prize. He knew
Mm-hmm.
that. But what he gonna do? He's gonna keep on sitting there selling these wolf tickets to these dudes. So they'll keep sending them super chats and cash apps, basically saying women ain't shit, women ain't this, women ain't that. and he already has a wife that he
Mhm.
buys cars for and all this other shit. I guarantee his wife ain't in the room when he say, I don't give a fuck what my wife think. But he'll tell these dudes to
You
go
know,
out there and tell women
But
that, so them niggas will
even if
be end
she
up
I
is
in
feel like
nursing
there,
she
homes.
is. She
she
got to be there
even if
sometime.
she's there, she knows that this is just promotion. She knows this is not how he really is. You get
I
what I'm
think it is
saying?
how he
It's
really is.
like it's not. Listen, the
Just because
way
he buys
this
her stuff doesn't
the
mean he
way
don't like
this black woman talk,
hate her guts. He can still
the
hate
way
her.
this woman talks when the way Rita talk when she not around him, and how he pays for her trips, and how he takes her, and how good he treats her, and how he spoils her even before they got married. This is not the same guy. This is all a persona.
But don't she
This
got
is
his kids?
all.
I
She
personally
have
think she
one
has his
child
kids.
for him, one daughter.
Okay, so she has his kid, and he pays for stuff as he should. He makes a lot of money, but I don't know. I still feel like he's misogynistic and doesn't really like women.
He
Like
is. He really is.
So
But
is
what
she
I'm
a
saying
beard?
is, no, what I'm saying, I believe she might be a
I would be.
beard. Because listen, he treats her
Oh, a
wonderfully.
beard?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
That's
think she's a beard. I honestly do. So he treats her like a queen, and tells her, "Oh, it's not you, baby. It's these other women." So
mm,
she's fell on that bandwagon. So as long as it's not really her or what, but come on, come on. It's something ain't adding up. It's a beard. She's a beard.
gotta
And he
be.
treats her like a damn queen. So she on board for everything.
Mm.
But it's
He making
really
money too.
men
Yep.
on men, or men on film. Cause
Mm-mm.
I see that Negro is sweet as candy. He's
Okay,
sweet.
sassy as it can be.
Yeah, he's
And
definitely.
Moo, don't be mad. Listen, Strand is living his best life. I'm just saying. I'm happy for them. Okay, cause they don't have to sit on a head like this dude Saint and no whatever his name is. Listen, shout out to the Strand.
It wasn't
Who
crazy.
the fuck is the Strand?
You know who Strands is?
Who is that?
I
Okay.
don't know who that is.
Mumu's divested
Me
hairline.
neither.
Yes. Well, it's the collective.
Oh,
It's the collective of Strands. So when you see these dudes walking around bald headed or receding hairlines, that's because the Strands are going living their best life.
Oh
Okay.
my God. It's the
Mumu
hair.
said he's sick
Girl.
of you talking shit about his head.
Hey,
Shout out to Momo. Hey, brother.
Yeah, shout out to Mumu.
hey, big bro. But they
He
have
said
to be made
he
example
said he
of.
coming out with them satin skin bonnets.
Y'all gonna
I
stop.
wish y'all could come up, but I think we only have like a 6 people minimum right now.
Listen, I've
Wait.
got to drop it off for a bit because I've got to change over laptops. But do me a favor, sis. Just repost the link and pin it, and I'll be back in about half an
Yeah, the
hour.
link in our
Okay.
pin,
Okay.
Sharice.
Where? What do you mean? Okay.
I
And
put the
Right.
Sharice,
link
was it
in, but it's moving.
was it was it your birthday recently?
Yes, it was my birthday.
Yes.
The 25th.
We gotta
Drop
sing
your
happy
cash
birthday,
out.
okay?
Happy birthday
Yeah, she
Thank
or
hit
you.
the
belated
wall.
birthday to
I
girl. We
said that
run
on my
into that
stream, but you
bitch.
never came back.
Yeah, I actually watched your stream too when you said that.
I know, but I restarted another one because y'all couldn't hear me and I couldn't hear. I don't know what was going on, but you
Mm-hmm.
didn't come back. And saw people
Mhm.
saying happy birthday, Sharice, and I was like, when was your birthday?
Oh, oh yeah. No, I mean I watched it later, but yeah, I didn't catch it live. Your
Oh,
that second stream.
Yes, liberated.
She
He
was
said
too busy
hashtag Strands
focusing. She
gang.
was too busy sitting back depressed because she hit that wall.
Listen,
oh
don't
my
be depressed by
God,
hitting
she hit
that
a
wall. I'm
wall.
running into that bitch. Okay, ladies, run
Girl,
into the
let me tell
wall.
you, honey, I've been past that wall. There's no wall, okay?
Thank you. That
No
motherfucking
wall.
wall don't exist.
Girl, stop. It's a
Yeah, it
wall.
only
We're
exists to
fine with hitting the
pedos.
wall. You don't got to make us feel better. We're fine with hitting the wall.
Yes,
That
What is
means
this
that means
that
that
TV
means
show?
dumbass dudes that say something about a wall. That means they don't want us, which is good.
What's Oh
which is
my God,
great.
what
Their
was my
rejection is
favorite little
Like the
opportunity.
TV
pedos.
show
Like I
on
hit the wall.
HBO with the wall? Um, with the white people. Damn.
Queen
with
says
the
she went into some
turducken.
hard.
Wisdom, do you know the
That's
TV
right,
show I'm
Queen.
talking
Because
about?
if you hit the wall,
Which one?
a man that a real man, I would say, one of the things that they're not gonna talk about is a wall.
Right.
So if you run into a dude that's talking about, oh, well, you hit the wall. Okay, well, I gotta go.
You gotta
Right.
run. You better run.
Better run. But no,
That's what I
Mill.
tell
What
women.
were you trying to say?
It's a TV show that was on HBO, y'all. It was like that, flying dragons and
Hmm?
what was this? And they had a wall on there, and
Did
the
you see me
people.
there?
No, the people that was trying to cross the wall was like the undead or something.
Oh, that's me. That one of them was me.
Oh my God, Rochelle.
I'll be trying to
Uh,
run smack face first into the
Oh
wall.
my
all
God.
right. Best
I'm
face
gonna go on
plant.
mute and think about this damn show. There's no wall other than that wall though.
Well, I don't know what the alternative to aging is besides death. So, I mean, they sound dumb to me and they sound like pedos.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
Remember, that's what they said. They want to
Exactly.
start
And
over
what
with
the
a
hell would I
different
want
group
with
of
a
women.
pedo? So if you talk about a wall, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Right. But that means you want a child. And I don't play
Facts.
about that.
I'll fuck around and end up spitting in your face if you mention a wall to me.
And listen, to be honest, what 50-year-old man want a damn child? Listen, if you ain't
Really?
had a child in your first 50 years of life, something wrong with you. Okay? That means you didn't
Mm-hmm.
want no children. And if you
Well,
want to
yeah.
wait till you 50 to decide that you want to have a young woman to have your baby, something was wrong with you.
Yeah.
That is very suspect to me.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
Very suspect. I don't give a damn what nobody say. And then you want to talk about women who are 35 and 40 who got a kid. Don't want Most people should have had a child by 35 and 40 if they decided to have one. Now, if they just decided not to, then that's fine too. But I'm just saying, if you wait till you 50 to decide to have a damn baby, that's on you.
Well,
Right.
Mill,
Ain't
that's
no
what they
woman trying to hear
doing.
that shit.
That's what they doing.
No, that's not
54%
what
of the
they're
men
doing.
are having kids.
Mm.
Remember?
Mm.
No,
I wouldn't
the
know.
stats on that is a lie because Taz and Nala and Cynthia all debunked that. And
54%.
CDC
Okay.
shows
And then
that
80% are married.
eight,
Y'all are
eighty
lying on the
percent
kings out here.
Hey,
now
wisdom.
80% of black men have
Yes.
children by the time they reach 40. Eighty
Wisdom. You
percent.
done seen my page on TikTok. I keep responding to morons that use that same talking point with that same fucking graph
I know.
every
And
single
it's
time.
getting annoying, not on your part, but on their part.
It's
Like,
getting
how many
annoying on my
times have you
part.
have to
That's why I don't
repost
post
that
it
stat?
They
anymore.
keep talking about the 15 to 24-year-olds. That's only 20% of
Right.
black men that have children between 15 and 24. Yes, but by the time those same men reach 40, then it's 80%, the same amount as
Because
women.
you got to think about it. A lot of times in the age group of between what 20, 24, sometimes a little bit younger, depending on the environment that they're in, they may lose their life due to gun violence. They may end up in jail. A lot of times during those ages, it's when they're in their 30s and 40s when they start to be like, I
It's
don't
not
think I
even
want to
that
go to
deep. Let me
jail
just be
anymore.
honest with you. In Cook County Hospital in Chicago, they had so many young mothers in there giving birth with no man there to sign a birth certificate. And that is one stat that you can count. It's just that when teenagers have babies with another teenager, a lot of times those boys do not come up there because they're minors and they do not sign those birth certificates because they are minors and they don't have a legal ability to sign anything like that without a parent's permission. You get what I'm saying? So a lot
Or,
of times those babies that are
or
born by teenagers that are produced by teenage fathers, those girls, those babies just don't have a father on record.
but
So
no,
Right. But
but
have y'all
no,
noticed? But a
you'll,
lot
it
of
really
times they
but
will
skews.
there's
coddle those boys though.
there's a couple of factors to that now in this day and age, now that the
Listen,
birth
a young
rates
man
to
who have a
a teen
baby at
right,
15 or 16 cannot
right,
legally sign a birth certificate
right, I
without
get that.
his parents' permission.
Right.
So that is the reason why a lot of births for teenage mothers, did not have a father listed on the birth
No,
certificate.
I don't think it's a
Yeah,
lot when it comes to that because I don't think a lot of them was by teenage boys. I think some of them was by grown men and they didn't come up to sign because why the hell would they sign when it's a 15-year-old girl that's pregnant and they're in their 20s or they're in their 30s? So they're not going to come up to
I
the
agree.
hospital and sign it.
That could be possible too. Yes,
And
I agree.
not only that, but the birth rate for teenage mothers have gone down, one because of birth control, and two because honestly, like I don't feel like originally it was a lot of teenage boys to begin with. I think it was more so adults that was doing it. And so now that there's like certain things in place to can stop the teenage girl from being pregnant, whether it's birth control or whatever the case may be, or whatever happens, whether they can somehow go get an abortion with their mom's permission or whatever it is, there's there's other reasons as to why it's gone low as far as teenage mothers giving birth at this point. But back in the day, most of those, and I stand on it, I feel like most of those was not teenage boys. I feel like it was grown ass men that was impregnating those girls.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too. I think it was old ass men messing
Yeah.
with them young ass girls. Cause why would they
Because
show up? Cause they're gonna probably get arrested on sight.
because no, this is my thing. These talking points are not coming in overnight. I feel like that they've always felt like this. They've always wanted to pursue young girls, of course. And so now at this point, it's really getting rough when it comes to that because of the legal system. So
Hmm.
they want to avoid that jail time and everything. So you're not going to see them doing it a lot like that. It happens a lot, but they're definitely not. They're definitely going to make sure it's a way that the girl cannot get pregnant. They're going to figure out a way she can't get pregnant so it can be tied back to them. So I think that that's what it is. Whereas back in the day, it wasn't like that. That's why there was an uptick of teenage mothers. And now that the laws are more strict when it comes to those type of things, all of a sudden now the teenage pregnancies drop.
Right.
Hmm.
There's no
Seemed like a coincidence to
that's
me.
no coincidence. It's no
Mm-mm.
coincidence. And that's why they still have the same fucking talking points because they've always been like that. Men across the board, they've always been like that in this desperate pursuit to sit there and be predators to girls. And then, you know, again, laws were more lax back then. It wasn't really a huge issue. So there was a high amount of teenage girls getting pregnant. And I don't feel like that. I mean, the teenage boys, they don't change. They still start to like girls. They still want to, do things with girls and all this other stuff. And, it's vice versa with the girls, once they hit a certain age too. But the teenage pregnancies have changed and lowered now that the laws are more strict. I find that fishy.
I can agree. You gonna play a little
Yeah.
more of the video?
Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Um. Yeah, but no, and it kind of irritates me when people say like, "Oh, it's getting worse," or like not even that it's getting worse, but basically say like they didn't do that back then. Like they did a lot of shit that they do now back then. We just know about it because we can see it online and we're grown now. But a lot of people's family members will cover shit up and not talk about it. So I mean, it was still happening.
My grandma was one of them. She was one of them. Like my dad was created due to grape
Hmm.
by her stepfather, and she was 13 years old. And then guess what the community did? They literally ostracized her, ran around, basically slut shamed her, all types of stuff. And her mom just was fine with it. She stayed with that man and everything. Started to dislike her daughter and all types of stuff. She probably already disliked my grandma, but yeah, the same thing happened to my grandma. And my
Yeah,
dad is the product of it.
that's
And
crazy.
see, that's the part I don't get. How you gonna ostracize a little girl, but not a grown ass man?
Right, and that's what they do.
Oh, well,
A lot of people.
one thing I can say about my Uncle White though. My Uncle White, He did damn near beat him to death though. But the rest of the community,
Right. Yeah, like I don't know, like people they condone it. A lot of people in around, I feel like in our community, especially out loud, condone it. Like I mean, I can't say other communities don't condone it, but I don't ever see like them condoning it out loud in public, defending their, rapists. And I mean, maybe in the families, sure, you know what I mean, but not just out online and stuff like that.
I don't know. I mean, of course, everyone knows that all the communities do this shit. They all do it. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I think with the black community, and it's not even necessarily to even put the full blame on the men because the women condone it too. And that just drives me
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
that's
Like,
why I said black people.
why do you feel the need to do that? Like, making excuses and shit like that. And then
Hmm.
even like when the woman is actually the one that's doing it and it gets glamorized by the men. Oh, well, he the man and he got him a grown woman. When it's women like us that are saying, no, she's fucking sick. And I
Right.
have a son. So it's like with me having a son, I wish a bitch would try to approach my fucking son with her big overgrown ass. And so when they sit there and they glamorize it, they play a part in that shit. The women play a part in that shit when they want to sit there and keep inviting that uncle or that brother to the barbecues and shit and saying, oh, I can't imagine him doing that, even though you know that this isn't the first time you heard that he did that to a family member. Just bullshit like that. And other races do that too, but I guarantee once shit really hit the fan and everybody start really finding out outside the family, they're gonna fucking ostracize that motherfucker.
Yeah, and that's my
It's,
point. Like
it's just
only
like with Harvey Weinstein. White people ain't claiming that motherfucker. They hurried up
no,
and ran for the hills away from his ass because they didn't want that
exactly,
stigma on them. But
and that's
motherfuckers
the
will
point.
sit there and love on and free Bill Cosby to death.
Exactly. R. Kelly, and have debates on whether they're still gonna listen to his music, and most of them say they are. But I mean, like it just I don't get it. Like it's just y'all don't even know like not to do this like out in public. Like, and I don't think you should do it at all, honestly. But I mean, you don't even have the like shame enough to hide the fact that you condone it.
Yeah, I mean, the community wants to talk about that we need to unify and become a community. We can't even we literally can't even like come together to in a same common ground when it comes to ostracizing and doing street justice to pedos. We can't even do that.
Right.
So I don't even see it happening anyways. But my whole point of that is that we can't even agree on something that we know is egregious, disgusting, degenerate behavior, and that it needs to be taken care of. And those people don't need to be coming to family events. They need to be reported to the police. We can't even agree on that because they're too busy trying to protect them.
Right. Okay, I
So
want to
no,
play
I
some of
won't
this
unify
video.
with shit.
No, I mean obviously not. But no, I do want to play some of this video because we're not that far in, and I kind of want to get back to it. I mean, we're actually 10 minutes in.
Okay, well, real quick, I just want to make a quick comment to Queen. Yes, they were condoning it, and a lot of them were a part of it. But yes, of course, it hit the press, and they then was like, "Oh well, fuck that." But when the shit hit the press with Bill Cosby, black people came to the rescue, talking about free Bill Cosby.
Yeah, and they do it all the time. Free my cousin that murdered 6 people. Like I don't get it. Like we don't really have, well, not we, but the community doesn't really have like intentions on protecting anybody but black men, in my opinion. Because I mean, when you tell them about other issues that don't involve black men, it's like they need to see stats. They need to argue it away or see why somebody else was to blame for it, the parents or the kid. But I mean, everybody gets behind black men to, support them, whatever they need. Even when you talk about police brutality, they say it's black men that are getting shot, not black people. So
There's
I
no
just feel like,
code, so there will never be unity because there's no code.
exactly. Yep. Okay, let me play this.
would you mind not interrupting me? I think we just said, I promise you, I will stop talking and I will yield the floor. Go on, Fresh and Fit. I'll give you a time to speak.
Go
What
ahead.
you've just done is I said, how did you end up on Fresh and Fit?
Yeah.
How did you end up there? Well, the
How
answer
did
is
I
that
end?
you requested to go on Fresh and Fit.
Well,
You
how did I
asked.
end up here then? How did I end up here then?
Would you mind not interrupting me? I think we just said, I promise you, I will stop talking and I will yield the floor completely. But if you allow me to complete a sentence, right?
Go ahead.
So you requested to go on Fresh and Fit, but instead of just saying that, which is flat out what it was, and there's nothing wrong with that, you said, oh, well, my fans had told me I should go on there. And so following the advice of my fans, then I asked them to go, and that's how I ended up on it. You see, that's a big, long story when the reality is, why not just say I asked to go on, which is the truth of the matter? Because I'm sure your fans
the whole truth. No, the entire truth.
Yeah, I see you're getting out of control. You're not going to be a good representative for these women if you're showing them that you can't engage in dialogue. You have to stop talking to listen, and I'm going to at some point stop talking so that I might listen to you, and I'm going to listen to you sincerely. I do.
She's not a representative of women.
So rather than
represent us
taking
as a whole.
accountability and saying I chose to go on there because I asked them, you can't blame your fans, because then it would seem that you're doing everything your fans asked you to do, because I trust they've asked you to do many things that you've not done. They've made many recommendations that you've not taken. So that's something that you chose to go into a male space, probably for the benefit of your own exposure and clout. And there's nothing wrong with that. I now yield the floor to you.
Okay. So you asked, since a lot of people like to go into male spaces, first of all, why would I be going into a male space? I don't just go to male spaces, which is the truth. Okay. Why did I end up going there, and how did I get there? Why is because the demand increased, and then I took on that demand and I requested. So that's the whole truth. Now, the problem that I have with the so-called manosphere is y'all like to tell half truths, and I don't play with half truths. Right. So if you ask me, I'm going to tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Now, if you have a problem with that, I understand, because you want to flip a narrative, but I'm not going to let you flip no narratives on me. I'm going to tell you the whole truth.
Let's see if he denies being
Thank
in
you
the
for that, Renee.
Is that a problem?
No, I mean, I'm
What you
sure he caught her when she said that. I mean, I would hope his dumb ass did catch it. Like she said, y'all in the manosphere. Let's see if he catches it so he can go ahead and say, well, remember, I'm not in the manosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Do you yield the floor? I want to make sure that I'm respecting your time. Okay, fantastic. So number one, and I will play this clip because I found it to be a comical clip that you made. You know, people were insulting you, calling you a male, and you flip that in a very clever way. You're an intelligent person, and you know that's something we can all acknowledge. One thing you're not is a good listener, because you just spoke about the manosphere, and I already stated that I'm not a part of the manosphere.
You have a manosphere mentality, though, so it's the same thing. I don't care.
I see. I see. This is quite common, and I bet you'd be an expert on this because you're a person, a female, presumably, who's been hyper attentive to what's going on in the manosphere for no explainable reason. All I could see is that it's about money and clout. And so what I asked you earlier, is there some other reason that you're putting yourself onto these platforms?
Well, to get a message out. You know why? Because a lot of women are actually on the butt end of these podcasts. And so it's about being a person to stand up and be an example for women to follow. I don't mind going in any space I have to get a message out. Right. So go ahead and play what you got to play, brother.
Okay, we have Billionaire said, I can already tell that even if you destroy her in this debate, her fans won't get it through their thick heads just off these insults already. I hope you all have an open mind and willingness to learn.
Indeed.
See, that's the weird shit. And I said that earlier, like, that they'll never get it. For one, she hasn't even insulted him. He's been insulting her the whole time.
Well, the whole point, even though he says, well, why are you women up in the man spaces? They want the women in the man spaces because they are praying to God that women lower their standards so they can meet him. And that we'll listen. No, but I'm just saying, like, he's saying it. They say things like that because they want women to listen. So women will actually just be like, well, it's the men that's saying it. So the men are right. So maybe we should lower our standards. That way they can be able to meet them. So they want women to listen and take it in and start acting the way they want women to act. And it's not working. And that's why they have a problem with it. That's why we got all these names like gynocracy and male hater and all this other stuff, because we're not willing to bend at what they want us to they don't want like what they want us to bend to. We're not willing to do it. So they don't like that. They don't like that they can't dominate a woman that they want.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty sad and pathetic. I mean, I just can't. But I do agree, like, if she feels like she want, because there are women in these spaces, like there are mammies and like stuff like that. And I mean, if that's what she feels like and she wants to, try to reach those type of women, then I guess. I mean, I don't really prefer her to be talking to these niggers either, because I mean, what's the point? Like, they're just disrespectful. He doesn't have anything to say or debunk. He's just going to be rude and, you know, insult.
But
But
this is the thing though. If you notice with the comment and everything, there he's talking about the women in the chat, they're not going to get it through their thick skulls. There's already mammies and pick-me's in their spaces. It's gotten through their thick skulls. So why the hell don't y'all pursue them? It's because you want to be able to dominate the women that you want that won't let you dominate them. That's what the problem is.
I just think that's completely like stupid, because what are they supposed to get? Like, y'all are not making no sense. And that's what's crazy to me. Like, they really think they are. But they're not.
Yeah, that's what they count on. They do this. This is what they want. They don't want to just have an all male space so they can circulate ideas, try to figure out ways to become better human beings and everything. Get to the bag. They don't want shit like that. They want a space where they can bash women and think they can browbeat women into submission. And it's not working for some women, and they don't want the women that it's working for.
Right.
You caught up?
Carry on.
Okay. So, number one, I think that you've already misrepresented women. For example, you stated that women are on the butt end of these podcasts. No, women are not on the butt end of these podcasts. Harlots, promiscuous women, women with low IQs are on the butt end of these podcasts, because the fact is, an average, everyday, respectable woman who's a professional would never show up on one of these podcasts. So these
And those the women
podcasts
you're not picking.
represent OnlyFans girls.
The
They
mammies and
overrepresent
pick-me's.
women who sexualize themselves for money, i.e., high tech prostitutes.
Women
So
that seek male
those are the
validation.
subsection of females that are represented, and they go on there willingly. So you're already lying when you're suggesting that women
on that
are
particular podcast or all
That's not even true, because a lot of mammies sit on these nigger show that are not that can like claim to be conservative, and some of them are fucking Muslim, and they wear the hijab and all that, and modest. So I don't
But
know what he's talking
no,
about.
but
But
no,
tell
sis, you
me
heard
why
what he
these bitches
said.
aren't getting picked. Okay.
But no, sis, you heard what he said though. They're harlots. Like
Yeah.
they're attention-seeking whores, which is most of the time the women that be in the spaces like that are usually mammies and pick-me's. Like
Yep.
those are the women that got it through their thick skull, and they again are they're showing that they don't want that. And of course,
They
those
really
women
don't.
won't get it through their thick skull that they don't want that. They want
I
the
don't even
women
think
that don't want them, which is the
That's
mistake they
crazy.
made when they were in high school, middle school. They don't learn, and that's why they keep getting rejected. And that's why them nakers better pray to God that they have some nice ass CNAs when they go to the nursing home.
Girl, you
yeah.
crazy. No, you guys are absolutely right, because as far as I can tell, he's just attacking anything she's gonna say anyway.
Yep.
So it doesn't even matter at this point. But I can't wait for her to, go in on him.
Let me go
Right.
ahead and burn this stage. Protect our space from this bald headed nigga. 'Cause I can't.
Yes. Amen.
He's annoying.
He is.
podcasts that speak about
We
women.
can't speak about all podcasts. That would be literally impossible. But that particular podcast is one of the most popular ones in the world. That
Right.
being the case,
Mhm.
they reach a wider audience, and
Mhm.
they've been copycatted by many different podcasts. Hence, it's worth talking about them.
Right. And they still have the same talking points about women in general, right? So yeah, they'll have your little OnlyFans girls come up there, but their entire thing is to denigrate women in general, right? Oh, as if independent women aren't trashed. Do you have a problem with independent women, Mr. Center?
First
Are you
off,
cool?
so you just asked me a question. So number
Yes.
one thing I've not done is have I insulted you so far?
No, I haven't
He
insulted
didn't
you either.
insult you either.
Okay. So
That's some bitch
just
shit.
in case you didn't know, and I think you
He
do
got
know,
that
I think you've
upset.
watched a good amount of my content. The
Yeah, because he's
moniker is
on the
the Saint
losing
and the
end
Sinner,
already.
and for short, people call me the Saint. You could also call me Marquette Burton. Passive aggressive is not something that I respect because I'm a masculine man. I'm aggressive.
He
Which is to
doing the
say,
same
if
shit
you
not
want
a
that
to
coming
come
out
for
his
masculine
me, be
bald
man.
headed
aggressive, be
ass
I
mouth.
was
straightforward,
waiting for
and
him
I
to
will.
say it.
Really though, like I can't. Hold on.
Oh my
I was
God.
waiting for him to make himself the self-proclaimed
If you're
masculine
so
man.
masculine, man, why do you have to say it? Come on, what man
Right.
go
Why
I
are
was
around
you
saying
waiting.
I'm a
offended
Cause
that
he
she
masculine
called
man?
you
ain't.
sinner? Your name is the Saint and the Sinner. She called you sinner. She doesn't. Y'all aren't friends. So I mean, what are you so upset for? Like, you're not masculine at all. You're a child.
No, he's not masculine.
Mm-mm.
Where my tomatoes?
And he's a motherfucker that
That's
literally
like me
does what
being
he
called
says, what he
Mule
says, and does what he
University
does for
and getting
clout.
upset if somebody called me Mule or University. God damn it.
Right, really though. For real.
Well, I mean, he's one of those ones he talks about. Like, he's the one that, like, talks shit about women and stuff for clout. Like, what business is it to you that a woman is out there showing herself and all this other stuff if all the women in the world are not for you? Like, worry about the woman that you get. Oh, but I forgot. You most likely pay for Renovaj.
Yeah, most
And
likely.
then feel guilty afterwards. You probably go cry in the shower.
Not crying in the shower, honey.
Burton. Passive aggressive is not something that I respect because I'm a masculine man. I'm aggressive, which is to say, if you want to come for me, be aggressive, be straightforward, and I will crush you. You see,
Okay, so we're
that's
gonna
how
have
men operate.
are we gonna
Hold on one
have a
second.
legitimate conversation, or are we
Hold on
gonna
one
go back
second.
and forth with this kid stuff?
You're carrying on with the interruptions. You'll notice when you're speaking, I'm not interrupting you, I'm listening to you. And this is why you have to learn from me. The male is the natural leader. You're behaving as a child does, which is a pity that you would even have a child while behaving like a child.
No, I'm
So
I
asking
just
you, are
can't.
we going to
you're still
have an
talking,
actual conversation, or are we
you're
going
still
back with a
talking while
power
I'm
struggle?
talking. You're still talking while I'm talking. And that is showing that you're not a civilized person. You are an example to no one. And the reason that I
He just
address this
calls
is
her
because number
uncivilized.
one, when you keep calling me the sinner, you're being passive
He
aggressive. It's
basically
just mere
called her
silliness.
savage.
And so what I'm inviting you to do is to step out of the silliness
I'm a
and be
savage.
civilized so that we might have a productive conversation that might benefit some of the persons who are watching. Does that make sense to you?
Well, you said that I don't listen, but you don't either, because
I just said,
I
does
don't.
that make sense to you?
No.
But I
I
just
don't.
said,
I've never. No, I've never watched. I've never watched your show. I told you that people reached out to you so
now
that
you're
we could
lying.
talk. No,
Now
no,
you're
I'm
lying.
not. Oh, so now I'm a liar. How can you
Now you're
say
lying.
I'm a liar? How can you say that I'm a liar, that I don't watch your content? Are you just that? Are you just
Lying.
that ego driven to believe that everybody watches your content, sir? No, people
Yes.
reached out to you
I don't
to
know
talk
you,
to me,
sir.
and they kept reaching out to me to talk to
That
you.
really just
I
bruised
didn't
his
know who
ego.
you were until people started reaching out saying, talk to this guy. So, no, sir, I don't watch your content and I don't know who you are. So, if you think me calling you the sinner is passive aggressiveness, no, sir, I'm just actually being introduced to you. So, if you would like to be called the saint, I'll call you the saint. I don't have a problem
So
with that.
you're already exposing yourself for being petty. And I want you to know that as an adult, there's nothing wrong with admitting where you're wrong. For example,
She's not.
using basic
Part
logic,
of your
which I
name
know
is
that you
sinner.
lack clearly.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you were,
petty.
one
I
second.
know that you
If you
lack
were to call
basic
someone by
logic. You
a
see all the
shorter version of
shots?
their
Pretty
No,
dumb
he's
though,
not.
because I mean, she's not emotional. She's like, okay, well, if you want me to call you Saint, I'll call you Saint then. And
Well,
he's
he's
still like
emotional because she's not.
crying. He's
He's
very
emotional
emotional.
because she's not emotional right now. He's mad because his passive aggressive nature is not getting to her in the way that he's used to. So now he needs to make any excuse to act like that he's getting upset, like such as her calling him the sinner when that's part of his name.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
would have cussed
That's
him
why I
out.
say
I
he's
couldn't do
gonna
it.
constantly take shots. He took over 100 shots. This lady never got disrespectful ever.
Not
I
one
promise
time.
y'all, not one time. She's gonna
Mm-mm.
keep her cool, but this guy is gonna keep disrespecting her.
And I don't know why like like after she damn, I'm kind of lost my train of thought, but like basically after she already told you like, okay, well fine, are we gonna like keep having this conversation? He just doesn't want to allow her to talk. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yes, he will not allow her to talk at all. Like he wants her to keep saying, "Do you yield the floor?" Oh, well, are you done
Right.
talking? Well, I'm talking. Like this is not how a conversation works. Like people talk, they interject. You say something, they respond. Like you have to get permission every time to talk to respond.
Pretty
Like
Yes,
much
what?
like
because he has a control issue in his everyday regular life. So he holds a form of control on his panels. And so he wants her to acknowledge that he has the control. That's why it's not wise for her to go in spaces like that. They should come to her.
Right.
Because women, it seems like women can be able to have conversations. And yeah, there are women that sit there and we talk shit and all this other stuff. We may even cut them off. But there are women that when you show up on their panels, they will let you talk. Whereas I see more that the men don't let you finish.
Right.
because it messes with their naked logic. Like real sense
Yeah.
messing with that. So
Yeah.
him saying, well, you have to say you're the floor. Dude, like, can you have a dialogue or not?
Not
Can
with
you
their
Right.
naked
comprehend or
logic.
not?
And now he'll go
Not messing with their naked logic.
and
Girl,
now he'll go around all the manosphere space because that's what he really is. He really is manosphere. He'll go all around that space, making it seem like she was ultra masculine, and she's not.
right. She's calm, cool, collected,
And he's
feminine,
emotional.
and passive
Yeah.
aggressive as emotional. Listen, I'm gonna mute up because I'm this really irks me, y'all. This video really irks me.
I
Same.
told you he gonna outwoman her. Watch.
I
Just
mean,
keep watching. He's just
that's why I don't go
outwomaning
to that
her. He's
space.
just a bitch. I'm sorry, Sharice. He's just the
This is the
B
woman
word.
king.
Yeah,
That's why
I
I
don't
don't go
mind.
to their
He is a
space.
bitch.
Cause I don't.
He is
That's why I
definitely a
don't go to
bitch.
their space. Cause I don't respect them at all. I'm not gonna respect your panels. I'm not gonna respect you. I don't respect anything about you. I don't respect your family. I don't respect shit. Anything that comes from you, I don't respect. So I don't feel the need to go over there. Like I'm not gonna respect shit. I'm gonna keep talking over you. I'm gonna keep talking shit. I'm gonna keep dragging you through the mud because that's what you are to me.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I don't see why women even go. They're gonna say you're masculine even when you're not anyway. So you might as well just be
Sharice,
masculine.
did you
They mad
I'm
because they ain't
sorry.
masculine. I'm
Did
sorry,
you
Mule.
drop your cash app for me
Yes, I did, Mule. I put it in the chat.
in the chat or the back chat?
I put it in like the regular chat. I put it in there a while
Okay.
ago though.
Okay, I'm gonna have to drop down so I can see it because I can't see it right now.
Okay.
Well, oh, let me see.
I mean, I'll just put it in there again because I don't even know if it's still in there. But yeah. I mean, they can't like allow these people. I mean, they can't allow women to talk.
Mm-mm. And I wouldn't go up there.
I think a lot of them know that a lot of women are smarter than them. They
They
like the
definitely
mammies and the
know.
pick me's when they want to embarrass women because they know they're gonna agree with their dumb talking points. They know they're gonna seek their validation, but they don't like women like Princella and other women that have they don't like Sin, they don't like Nyla, they don't like none of those women because they know that they're not gonna be able to outsmart them at
Well, we
all.
was watching something on Taz's and damn, I like literally keep like losing my train of thought. But yeah, basically, oh, the Nakers, there was like these disgusting, like I'm sorry, these was the ugliest Nakers I've ever seen ever. like a group of them, a whole group, a lot of them with fucked up voices, and
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't even let these mammies talk. Like they wouldn't even let them talk. Like they just kept cutting them off. They didn't want to hear. They was trying to mule and mammy for them, and they wouldn't allow it. Like it was
Hey
like
sis,
cut 'em off.
Queen says she's in the back. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, who can you blame other than those mammies? Why the hell you over there?
Right.
Like
Right.
that's stupid. There you like you ain't gonna let me talk, but you gonna keep taking shots, and your ugly ass gonna sit up here and act like that you got the facial looks to be able to kind of drag me. That's never gonna happen. A ugly ass nigga, I mean a fine ass nigga could never, but a ugly ass nigga really could never.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. A fine ass one, I probably just let him talk so I could look at him. That's
No,
it.
I ain't doing all that. Fuck you, nigga. Don't disrespect
No.
me.
Yeah.
Cause
No,
it'll be
not.
ugly that day. I'm like, you a ugly, broke,
But that's the
dirty
thing. They can
ass
be
nigga.
fine and still be fucking ugly. But
Yeah,
these
just I
gremlin
mean,
ass looking niggas, listen. Mm-mm. I
yeah,
would
like
have
why
been
the
got
fuck
blocked.
I don't understand why the fuck they go there. Like that's I can't.
Hey, ladies.
Hey
Okay,
Queen.
so
Hey,
this
queen.
emotional from the beginning. He start off introducing her and bringing this epilogue with throwing shots at her, which is very passive aggressive for this quote unquote masculine man. I'm sick of this masculine man business because if you're a masculine man or a real woman or blah blah whatever, you don't have to walk around saying I'm an alpha man, I'm a masculine man. And then the thing is, you come off with this bravado in challenging her and saying, I'm a masculine man and you're being petty. So what do you expect her to do? Come back at you in a masculine way? Does that not the challenge of her then getting aggressive towards you and showing the same quote unquote masculinity that you say you have is gonna then determine you in her eyes as a masculine woman. So
You
doesn't
know,
it
that's a good
defeat the
point.
object?
That's a
Like
good
what the
point.
fuck is this emotional dust mite talking about?
Queen, they were
He
kings.
does, he does contradict himself a lot. Of calling her masculine and calling her, yeah, like he contradicts himself a lot in that. So I mean, that is a good observation.
I'm sick of these emotionals.
I mean, I don't
I
see
can't
like
stand it.
I mean, first of all, I know that I'm not a masculine woman. But if a Dusty is gonna call me masculine, I don't give a damn. Like that's my thing. I'm like, I could care fucking less if you call me masculine. Like, why would I want to be feminine to you?
And at the end of it, sis, the thing for me is this masculinity, femininity. Fuck that shit. All the way to a handbag in hell. Because the
Right.
fact is, we both are like yin and yang in terms of the attributes that we pull from. We both pull from feminine, we both pull from masculine. It's just when the cause is needed for. So, this masculine bullshit, this feminine bullshit, you can take it and stick it where
Mm-hmm.
the sun don't shine, as far as I'm concerned.
Amen to
Yeah,
that.
exactly. No, I
But the
agree.
funny thing
Because
is when he said
a
that
normal human being, they operate in the feminine and the masculine, and these makers operate more so in the bitchiness. I wouldn't even say it's feminine, but it's not masculine. It's not.
They're
It's not
very
even
catty.
feminine either.
He nagging.
It's not even feminine either, but it's more so just emotionally unstable.
They over here nagging. Every time
yeah,
you get mad,
like
you
his
get mad.
behavior is the type where it
You
make you want to slap the shit out of him and tell him to make you a sandwich.
get
But then, okay, she might not have feel disrespected, but I'm gonna say I felt disrespected for her. So the fact
I think
that
she
she
probably
didn't,
does, but she just has patience, I guess. I don't know.
well, she's good. I don't have that level of patience. Talk to me 15 years ago, 25 years ago, I had that kind of patience. Right now, I don't
Mm-hmm.
give a fuck. So the
Nope.
fact is, you've been catty towards this woman since she's been on the show. You've been cutting her off every so often. You won't even let this woman finish a sentence, but you want to claim that you're a masculine man. Okay. All right then, dude. But then you
Because
want
they
her to
were
then now
kings.
come at you in a masculine way because she's been passive aggressive. But yet you started this stream being passive aggressive. So
Right.
she's not allowed to be able to clap back because anything that she does is deemed in some kind of aggressive nature. So us as women are, by his standards, not allowed to pull from our masculine or feminine attributes, which makes no blood clot sense.
Yeah, I don't have nothing but vitriol. If I'm talking to one of them, I don't give a shit. Like, you don't deserve no type of feminine. You don't even deserve the masculine side, as far as I'm concerned. You just deserve what I give you, which is dust. I'm gonna act just completely illogical and just ridiculous.
I know.
Well,
Princess,
And why
because
not?
you
this
women don't
is
understand they were kings. As soon as y'all realize that, we can move forward with the community. I
Listen,
don't know
you are
what's your
not
problem.
about to become Mule or Moo.
Listen, I feel it taking over me because he's annoying, so I have to find a way to cope. Okay.
Get the hell out
oh.
of my house.
Say
Okay.
my sacred beauty's in the chat. Hey sis, hope you're well.
Hey,
Hi.
Sacred Beauty. Oh, Mule says she's in the back, or was?
Oh.
Oh, did she drop off? I didn't even notice.
Okay, my bad. Hold on. I
I
mean,
didn't
I
even notice.
can do it. Oh, but no, I guess you can't.
I can't.
She's
Yeah.
asking about your Cash App. That isn't your Cash App name, is it? That's not what you put in the chat. I don't know who she's found.
Wait, stop it. Hold on. Oh, Mule up here. Uh,
Hey, honey, is that you?
what do I have on in the picture?
Oh, okay, but I'm saying what I put in the bag.
Oh,
Is that you?
yes, I did. Thank you, Mule.
That's
Thank
you?
you.
Woo
Mm-hmm.
woo!
Thank you. I love you, sis. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's my first Cash App, y'all. I got my first
Yeah.
Cash
Yeah.
App.
Hey, Cash Up.
Just make sure y'all change your names on these Cash Apps and private your personalized details because these people be trying to hack people's shit.
Oh, thank you, Mumu. Mumu sent the Cash App too. Thank you, Mumu.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, bro.
I love y'all. Wait.
Thank y'all for
Wait.
supporting the platform.
Oh, wow, Mule. Thank you.
Okay, do
Oh,
you see mine?
yes. Thank you.
All
I
right,
love you,
honey.
Mule.
I
Thank you,
love
Mumu.
you.
And happy birthday.
Happy birthday
Happy
to you.
birthday.
Eh,
Wow, that was
it's
really
this.
nice.
But see, Mule agrees with me. Thank you, sis. Okay,
That's a
she
good
Girl,
agrees.
No,
I've
she
been
don't.
fighting. I've been fighting not to join the other side.
Listen.
Tiffany, listen, don't make me do it, girl. You know I want to go play with you.
I don't want to hear that shit.
I
Let's
want to be
go.
with these
I'm
Girl.
kings,
ready.
these kings, girl.
The Canes need our breath of life. We need to build the bells, okay?
I don't want to hear that shit.
I know.
Rochelle, you're gonna have to deal with this shit.
I can't.
Mm-mm.
I'm not.
If
Listen,
we
I've
have
been
to listen to
fighting
this
it.
bald headed fool, you can deal with our trolling.
I'm
It's
sorry.
these kings, you know,
It's the Canes.
the black man is the king, okay?
Tell them.
Black man is God, okay?
Oh
Mm.
All they
God.
need is incubators and a chicken.
Now you sound like
Reese,
that
drop it.
warlock. We were rulers. We were kings. Oh, it's not.
That's right, Queen. Join us. Join us in the
Join us.
degeneracy.
All right.
Join us.
Hell no. I'd rather walk over hot coals. Okay. Mm-mm. No sir.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm passing out whistles. We're gonna all have berets on our head.
I've
We
got my
gonna
own berets. I'm good. Mm-mm. Not the kind of berets you'll wear if you're going like battle battalion for the Kangs.
we see
Hell
some
no.
bullshit
As long
happen,
as
y'all. We gonna blow the
raspberry.
whistle and we gonna record and we gonna say, I see you.
Let me know when you're wearing your berets so I can
Oh,
not wear mine. Because
listen, our anthem could be the Mammy Mountain song.
oh god.
Exactly, girl. That's what I'm climbing up
Climbing up
mountains.
Mammy Mountain.
Mm-mm.
Okay, y'all. I do want to play some of this video if y'all don't mind.
Oh, go ahead, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
All right.
Your name, you would use the beginning part of the name, which is the name is the saint in the center. Hence, you would use the beginning. So either you're a complete fool or you're illogical
Or
or
actually military, because guess what? The military goes by your last name. So what kind of game you want to play? Right?
that's not a last name though,
He
dear.
said a
So my
No,
last
complete
name
it
is
does.
fool.
Virgil.
It does,
So that
sir.
being said,
The last name on
Sir,
here.
you
now
want to get into a real conversation, or you want to be petty? Because we can go petty if you want to.
you
Because that's
already
what the whole
everything
show has
about
started off petty, right? Because this ain't
everything
no
about
educational nothing.
that's when you started, I already had to stop you from interrupting several times, which is a representation of your character. Furthermore, you somehow arrogantly wanted to speak of your education. You mentioned that you're doing molecular
What did I
cell
tell
biology,
y'all?
which I think you think is impressive to me, which it is not, and I'll explain
It's
to
not
you
about
why.
impressive. It's not about
I'll ex-
impressive. It's
it
about
was a
getting on logic and reality. Okay,
It's been
logic
irrelevant.
and reality.
I'll tell you why it's irrelevant, because you try to make yourself sound like you're impressive because you're taking a degree in molecular cell biology, but you're 37 years old and you're just now finishing the degree, which is a representation of your inability to be focused and diligent and to complete things. So no,
Listen,
I'm
Maybe
not
she had other
saying
things
you're
to do
actually,
in her life.
actually
What has
not.
he
Actually not.
completed?
Right.
Actually
What
not.
has he completed in
The
his
point of the
life?
matter is,
It's so
Maybe
funny how
she just
jealous they
started
get.
that degree at a certain point. Maybe
I
she
told you
was
that
living her
degree
life,
pissed him
taking
off.
care of her child. Maybe she
Well,
was
she was in the
married.
military. She already said that. She was in the military for 8 years. So obviously she was doing something else and
And
she finished it regardless. Like
and,
it's
and
just
then
he's trying to say that it's not impressive. It obviously is, and it hurts your feelings that
well,
she
I
has
told
it.
you that. I told you he stopped her when she was talking about it because he was mad. It had nothing like if she was staying on topic, he just was mad. But the
Mhm.
bottom line is when you're in the military, a lot of people that are active duty, they usually will wait until they get done with school. I mean, get done with the
Exactly.
military until they go to school because if they're doing it full time, they're focused on work full time. They might take a few classes here and there, and it takes a longer time to finish your degree because you're doing it part time as opposed to
Mhm.
full time. If she wanted to focus on it full time, and if it's that type of degree plan, then she definitely would have needed to do it after she was done.
This fool wouldn't know
Right.
about that, sis. Okay, I already said
And he
this nigga
don't.
But
is
then he
offended
don't
by
even want to
education.
acknowledge that she completed it. He's like, you're taking these courses, like she's still in it. She's finished it. She's earned her
Right.
degree. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just he's talking about that's not impressive. Yes, it is. That is very a
Yes.
hard field.
He probably
Okay.
somewhere stuck in his mama basement.
I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
see him go and complete that degree and then come back and say something about it. Because if it was that easy, these emotional dust mites would be doing it. Call for
Mm-mm.
STEM, anybody? Who are the
Cause
ones
Well, he
that are
know he
going into
can't.
the
It
STEM
doesn't
field?
fit the premise that most women take classes,
Mhm.
graduate with
Angry Man,
basket weaving degrees. That's what they always say on
right?
the AM. You
Angry
got
Man
a
said that
basket
they
weaving.
lowered the standard, but it's like, so how come y'all ain't getting them then?
Mhm.
Right.
Exactly. I hear that all the time. They lowered the standard for us, but why y'all don't
Mm-hmm.
have none? Like,
Right.
it's crazy.
Like really, like
Actually, factually, if anything, they lowered the standard for black men to the point that
yeah.
Asian men are pretending to be you to get into university and college. How about that?
What do you mean?
They lowered the standard for black
What?
men to go into
No, I mean,
college
what
and
do you mean about the Asians?
okay. They lowered the standard, yeah, for black men to be able to get into further education because they want more black men in university. So they lowered their entrance level in order for them to qualify. An Asian man, yeah, his sister
But
is a star called Mindy, whatever her name is. I can't remember her full name. She's an Asian woman. He's an Asian man. He pretended to be a black man because he didn't
yeah,
have the entry level scores to qualify for the university that he wanted to go. So he pretended
I
to be a black man
Wow,
to qualify and get on the course. And
and I
Girl.
believe
think it was
this.
Kamala Harris. Kamala
man.
Harris' brother did the same thing. He went into the university as saying he was black, and then he proclaimed that he wasn't black. But
Now,
he said he was black because he didn't meet the scores
mhm.
for what they wanted. But as a black man, he met the scores.
And the same Asian man that I
Wow.
was talking about, he's written a book about his experience and how he fooled them. And he's talking about the racial disparities that black men are able to access more.
Yeah. And they just don't take it.
That's
Not in
it.
high numbers. They
Candy
definitely
K,
don't.
Candy Cane in the chat said it. Mindy Kaling's brother. I did a stream on it, and it's actually true. It is
Yeah.
actually true to the point that the people that are immigrating into America that are black, they're the ones that are taking up the opportunities, the main opportunities
And let me just
within America. The statistics
and
are there.
Queen, let me just say this. I've
Go ahead,
run
sis.
into like three African American black doctors recently.
Hmm.
And when I tell you they hate black women,
Hmm.
they treated me so uncomfortable.
I'm sorry,
I
sis.
they don't treat you good at all. So
Wow.
I'm saying this shit is really in our real life. It
Mm-hmm.
was a bunch of white nurses there. I actually changed my doctor and it's a foreigner, and I get treated so much better. and actually taken serious. But yeah, because at first, you think, oh, it's a black doctor, that's where you want to go. But they don't treat you good at all.
Yeah, I could believe it.
The
Yeah.
black men doctors do not treat you good at all. And I'm to the point after dealing with the third one, I don't even want to see another one.
Right.
Unless
Wow.
maybe it's a woman. But I'm just warning y'all, if you see a black man doctor, unless he's older, these ones that's like 40 years old, do not deal with
Mm.
But no. But remember, it's just on the internet. This ain't real.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
It's
sorry
all
you experienced
in
that,
your
Mina.
mind, girl. They kings. Let the kings rule.
Yeah, this
Oh,
ain't real at
definitely they
all.
kings. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely my fault. You know what I'm saying? As a black woman, I take full
Girl.
responsibility partially because black women we don't take responsibility for nothing. But
Yeah,
Nothing.
shit.
yeah,
You need to get it together.
I had to
Mm.
get it together, girl. That's why I had to run to another race of man. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't a good black woman.
God.
Mm.
Hell
Lord
If I was
Jesus.
a
no.
good
How
black
dare you?
woman, I would have been strong enough to take that abuse. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not good like everybody
Oh.
else should be. You
Yeah, see,
guys should
that's
be
a real
better than
black
me.
woman. You have to endure the abuse. You wasn't
You
strong,
have to.
sister.
What you mean? You ain't never got domestic discipline yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to
Like I
allow your king to lead you,
so
honey.
I thought we already y'all know the anniversary is coming up.
I can't wait. I'm ready for my let that mango margarita. Okay.
Hold on.
I got my
I'm gonna
Hold
peanut
ask him to
butter
on.
make
in
me
the cupboard.
one
When is that
Somebody
coming
got
up?
to
The
on
5th,
the 5th.
Friday.
The God damn, that's pretty close. I was about to say
Cinco
we need
de
to go live and
Mayo,
have some
Cinco
drinks
de
and have a
Mayo.
party.
yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
really should.
We need to have a
I mean,
party.
a
We're gonna
single
For
make it
day.
on
real.
Discord.
Yeah, a Cinco de Dead Naker party.
God, you're so bad.
A Cinco de Muertos.
I'm coming with the margarita.
A Cinco de Maggot Food Naker party. That's what we
Gee,
need to have. That's what we need to put. That need to be the titles.
Yeah, in
Maggot
regards to
food.
this topic, sis, there's how much funding out there for black young men to be able to enter into college, further education, university. If you go on Black Machos, and there's a few other things that I've seen, there was two brothers that have been able to secure 23 million. Okay, that's what's been thrown at them in funding for them to go to education. I've done
Mhm.
content on it before. There was another young man. He was offered nearly 50 million in different sponsorships, different things that
Damn,
he
that's
could
a lot.
apply to, and he had to give money back
Wow.
into the pot. So that there's that much money there. They're throwing it at the few young men that are actually going and getting their education. And then the
Damn, that's a
other
lot.
men, other black men that are foreigners that you would call immigrants or migrants, they're coming in from Africa and other places. They are taking up the opportunities because y'all are not. They've got to get rid of the money, sis. Remember, when it comes to funding, every year they get a new funding pot. So if they don't get rid of the funding,
Right.
they can't get the next level of money plus the increase. So they're literally throwing money at these dudes, and that's still not good
Lord.
enough.
And they
Right.
crying about Goldman Sachs.
God, don't get me started. I'm a mute. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I won't Miller.
Mm. Okay.
Go ahead, places.
Is this
Well,
either we're
if
gonna
it
talk
was
about some logical
okay,
stuff, real world stuff, or we gonna play
no, go ahead, play it.
this ring around the rosy game? Because so far it doesn't look like you want to actually get into a logical discussion. You want to go into ring around the rosies, and I can go and ring around the rosies. And guess what? Being in any kind of class, you don't have to have any type of background to go in a ring around the roses, and we can do that if you want to. All right.
No,
So
I'm
now,
going
if
to.
either we're gonna talk about human nature, human behavior, or we're not. Okay, it's real simple.
I'm going to obliterate your ideology, but all we're asking you to do, and we've already asked you 3 times, is just to not interrupt.
He's
All
not.
right,
He's
well, go
Furthermore,
ahead.
filibustering.
cool, very good. So let's
Yeah.
start you off with this basic question. So one of your many claims is that women are the prize, right? Is that one of your claims?
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic. Tell us about that.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, when you get down to nature, raw dog nature, and not a artificial system like we live in, it is the male. Yeah, it's an artificial system. Anytime you have to create laws and law enforcement to redirect human nature, you're living in a system. So in raw dog reality, the male pursues the female all the time. He's wired to do that. And in raw dog nature, women get to deny, the female gets to deny access, right? Because guess what? The male's ultimate objective, biological objective, is to pass his genes along. Now, this is biology. Now, if we can't even agree with biology, then I don't know what we're talking about.
You're a true comedian. Do you yield the floor?
I yield the floor.
Fantastic. Go ahead. I'm going to
Okay,
respond
we have
to that.
16 books at Peace to the Saints. You already know why I'm here. He got the cold-hearted blue. Get the dry ice ready, fellas. 16th book. Hef.com said, tuition, thank you for all your guidance, Marquette. Because of you, I have completely eliminated alcohol and drugs from my life altogether. Peace to the Saints.
Peace of the Saints. That's a beautiful thing. Very happy
Dylan
to hear.
said, no man wants her, truly.
Was that a
We're gonna
cash?
get into
Major
it.
Mind and Soul said, peace to the Saints.
Peace to the Saints.
Justice said, peace to the Saints. Pearls to swine.
Clearly.
On Cash App, we have Irvin sent tuition.
Shout out to Irving.
Justino sent $50.
Baller alert.
Said, women making queens. Point them out. That's easy work. Rich Forever Way said, please just put her on game. I'm sure you know what she is. And Jerry says she has the gaslight tactics on tap. Wow.
Well,
So
it's
if I could
impossible
say
to
this real
gaslight
quick.
a man such as my.
So if I could say this real quick, I read something in the chat. It says women are the prize but can't protect themselves. But the majority of black men can't protect themselves either. So I guess that means that they're not the prize by default also.
Mm.
Well, they're
Don't flip the
delusional because
script.
women can protect themselves. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, no. Since they want to throw that out there and say stupid shit like that, then that means when you can't protect yourself and some shit happens to you and all this gun crime and all this other stuff, like men eliminate men all the time. And those men obviously apparently aren't doing a good job protecting themselves. So that would mean men aren't the prize either. If we were going by his dumbass logic.
Yeah. And also, I mean, you're saying women can't protect themselves, but they actually can. Like, I mean, that's what weapons are for.
That piece of steel will keep you at peace.
I mean, I've done a great job protecting myself for the whole damn near 34 years that I've been alive. I haven't had to use my pistol yet, but I will use these motherfucking hands.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Straight E. Ready to play, everybody.
So I protect myself well. I definitely didn't need no Dusty to sit there and protect me against anything. And even against really a man, honestly.
No.
Do you know that film with I know this is digressing a hot second, but you know that film with Bruce Willis who's like the ex-assassin? I think is it Red? Retired and Extremely Dangerous. That's I'm gonna change the red, the R for the retired to Renee Extremely Dangerous.
I'm telling you, Renee's my spirit animal.
I know.
Okay, she's my crest rising.
God damn, how many of y'all gonna say that?
We need to take turns
Girl.
and tally up a calendar.
No, you
so
don't
we've
need to
got
be like me. You need to be
few
fit,
days.
feminine, and friendly.
Oh hell no!
I'm a haggard.
That's
angry
right.
heifer.
That's
Listen,
right.
I'm busy here getting fat and running into a cement wall. Don't disturb me, Renee.
Girl, we at the wall waiting for you. We got a party
Right.
going on at this wall.
You trying to hit a brick wall? I'm trying to run straight into a cement wall, girl.
No, it could be
that's the
cement,
next
plaster,
level.
brick. It can be anything.
Cement
It could be
ain't
whatever you want
hard,
it to be
boy.
because it's
It
not
could be any
real.
type of wall.
True.
I mean, shit. We need to have a hit the wall party, and we need to have a dust to dust maggot food party.
Ooh,
Ashes
I'm
to
bringing the
ashes.
margaritas.
Yeah,
Girl, I
next
don't know what you're
Friday.
talking about. I'm gonna be drinking Patron.
I don't know
got
if you
you.
ladies are aware. We're gonna do karaoke and shit. So y'all need to bring your asses over. I know you haven't been in Discord and stuff. You may not have been picking up the messages, but next week we're gonna do karaoke.
Oh
Y'all
shit! I'm gonna
always
have to get
do
drunk.
stuff when I'm working.
I'm gonna have to get drunk, and I'm gonna have to make sure I'm not on any panels or anything because
You know,
my
I'll
voice
make
is
sure
gone.
after the
Hey,
show, because
y'all.
usually we have to linger around. I'll make sure I get nice and lit just for y'all.
Hey, Milk.
Wait, wisdom. My sons just told me that the name of that show I was trying to say earlier was Game of Thrones.
Oh
When they
God,
talk
I
about the
never
wall.
seen that. You know what? I'm like the
Oh, girl,
oddball
it was
out.
so good. It was
no,
so good.
you're not the only one. Wisdom. It's on the
I
list.
Okay.
never, you never saw it.
I think the
It's like
only scene
everybody's
I've
seen it.
seen
Hold
is like
on,
the red wedding, and that's about it. I haven't seen anything
but on
else.
the Game of Thrones, did the
I
men
heard
fight for the
one
women?
episode. I never saw it.
Men never fought women, girl. They fought other men.
No. Did they fight other men for women? No, I mean, did they fight other
No.
men for women?
Um,
Because I mean, in a day and era that I'm thinking that Game of Thrones is supposed to be in that time frame, yes, the men fought to marry women, which then proves that women are the prize.
women have always been a prize because why do they have a thing called trophy wives? You know what I'm saying? We've
Oh,
always
thank
been
you.
You better
the
Well,
tell.
prize. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
to a
just
bald headed
bullshit.
peanut
This is
head Dusty
bullshit.
on a panel, he always gonna say that men are the prize because men are the prize to other men when they're gay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Come back and tell
Okay.
me you're surprised when you pushed out a baby the size of a watermelon out of your ass. Okay. Then come back and
Ugh.
tell me you're surprised.
I don't want to see that.
Mm-mm.
No. All they needed they incubators. We waiting for that incubator chicken baby to be born. I'm
The
Yeah,
just
they
Mickey.
say they don't need us, right? Wisdom. They just need
right.
an incubator and a
That's what NJ
syringe.
said. Go get you a chicken or go to the grocery store and get you a carton of eggs. I know they kind of expensive. Go get your incubator. You can go to Amazon. Okay, they're kind of cheap, $100 maybe at best. And squirt in a cup or just squirt on the. Hey,
I
do you
mean,
King?
if women weren't the prize, men would be working overtime trying to spew their dusty logic to convince women to be something they want them to be. If you are the prize, why aren't women just automatically changing to be what you want them to be? Y'all have to browbeat and
Because
try to figure out a
feminism.
way to manipulate women to be what you want. And if you were the prize, then it wouldn't take all that. Women will be fighting over you in flocks to get with you, and that's not happening. And that's why there's a huge amount of incels.
Because feminism brainwashed you, sis.
Tell that to DJM academics. I'm the prize. I'm the prize. I'm the prize. Sorry, I had to be petty.
I'm telling y'all, these men want to out women, y'all. Y'all don't realize that they out women y'all.
Oh,
They
most
the
definitely,
woman
because
king.
some of these dudes are more petty than some of the women. Some of the women I've even seen in my whole life, with the kind of petty conversations that are coming out. It's just weird. I feel like I'm stuck in the naked zone. Can somebody
I
just
mean, if
dash
they
these
want to,
emotions into a black hole?
Right.
if they were the prize, then men would stay men. They wouldn't be trying to turn into us.
Ah, good
Ouch.
point, sis.
Dude look like a
And they
lady.
and it seems like that there's a higher number of them doing that versus the other way around.
hmm Plus, turning hoes into housewives.
If men were the prize, then their OnlyFans will be shooting through the roof, not women's.
hmm
Listen, y'all, I can't with Mumu. He said Jermaine Jackson and Akon's helmet wigs is the prize.
Yeah.
Somebody needed to send this bald headed peanut head nigga that's on the screen one for his birthday.
Mm,
He's not even worth it. I wouldn't waste my money on him.
I got two
No,
cents
well,
on it.
what they can do is they can send us skinned possum ass and send it to him.
His claim to fame in how many years to come? Well, I debated Princella. I'm a debated Princella, and I won. I kicked her ass. That's what
I'm
it'll
a
end up
man.
being.
I'm
Yeah.
a real man. I'm a masculine man. Boy, if you don't sit your
And he ain't
little
gonna get no
Right
more
last.
subscribers than what he already has after this. Because it's not like the women that came over there to root for her is gonna subscribe to his ass. So I don't even really see the point.
no, they probably go over there just to troll, throw tomato. I know I go throw tomato. And I'm on my way. Don't
She
recommend
got a
channel.
she got
Boom.
a better chance of getting a few of his women subscribers if there is any. than he does of getting the women subscribers from her.
I'd be careful of the women subscribers from his channel that came over to her because they're probably covert mammies that
Hmm.
just want to infiltrate and see what's going on in the space, unless they've really come out of the cognitive dissonance.
I mean, even if they did that, what the hell do they think they're going to change over in her space? Those women are not going to listen to those type of women. They're going to be all types of mammies and all this other stuff in the chat. And then they're going to run their ass off right back to his space.
Yeah, to go and tell them, oh, Prince Anna's doing this, Prince Anna's doing that.
It ain't
You know
going to do
these
nothing but
bits
get her
want
more clout.
attention. Yeah. But you know these women, some of these women will do anything for attention from these emotional dust mites. They're so thirsty and
Anything for
manipulative.
those stale ass Snicker snacks.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah, because I mean,
Naked
I
snacks are
mean,
delicious
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it,
and nutritious.
Can I have
It
mule
feel like a
please?
commercial.
if you
Where's
think about it,
mule?
there's more men in the world that are desperate for women than there are women that are desperate for men. So that means women are the prize.
Yeah.
And outside of America,
I'm really queen. I'm really fighting my urge to troll.
I know. I'm trying not to. I just hit this blunt too. I'm really feeling it too. But I'm gonna be good.
there are other countries outside of America where they understand that women are the prize and what they need to do as men in terms of getting their career, getting their finances. They know that once they've got their finances and other things in line, the end result of their hard work is to have a beautiful woman on their arm. That's
But
going to
this is
give
the
them
thing.
legacy.
This is the thing. The Dusties that can't make the cut when it comes to getting women, they're trying to
Mhm.
change history. It's been
Oh
known in
yeah.
history that women have always been the prize. Men have fought wars for women. Men have fought in coliseums for women.
Yep.
Men have done all types of. Men have literally unalived each
Started
other
wars.
to
Hell of a
take the
Troy.
hand in marriage of one woman.
Hmm.
Like women have always been like women don't pay dowries in other countries for men. Men pay dowries for women.
Preach sis. Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
Women have
men
always
need
been the prize,
sex.
and they're trying to change history because they feel so down and out and sad and pathetic because they can't get women. And so they're just trying to sit there and teach all these men, oh, you the prize, you the prize. It ain't gonna do nothing but backfire
For
because
one,
they're
they need
never
sex
going to be
and
the
they're
prize.
desperate. They're desperate and they need sex. So I mean, that obviously makes women the prize. Like,
Right.
well,
We're always gonna have something that a straight heterosexual man will want.
but they're really the prize because we come from their ball sack.
You might have come from. I know I came out my mama's womb. Okay, that
No, okay.
contributed.
Okay,
So
Mom did the
okay,
work.
so that
we
so
with
that
the
means
little sperm.
the man shot his load into that incubator and
Gross.
produced the child. It didn't go in the woman's womb, and of course the baby cannot
No, but we
survive
started in the
without the
rib.
mother.
We
So
started
he
in the
can
rib.
shoot all he wants to, but
I
if
eat
the
ribs for breakfast. Okay.
he he can shoot up the club all he wants to, but if the mother is not helping the baby to survive in her belly, the baby will not survive.
No, sis, we didn't have to start in the bed. We came from the rib. That's why we're degenerate, because, we're missing a rib. They missing a rib.
Nobody's missing a
They're
rib
missing a
though.
rib because I ate it.
You need to share some of those rib tips. You got the tips, or you got the whole
I
rib.
see a bunch of dusties out here with all these damn kids with ribs.
Could
They
you
You
all
count
got
imagine?
mine. 1,
ribs.
2.
Just think about this for a second. Could you imagine how many children would actually exist if it was a case of every time a man shot his load, a child was actually born?
Oh, there will be wars upon the wars. It will be overpopulation. Yeah, it will be the apocalypse.
yeah, really,
Mm-mm.
yeah. Seriously.
We won't make it.
Man.
Well, I
But
mean,
this
and
is
damn
no
near it is anyway.
this is
Popping up
nothing
like
new with them
trees.
trying to change history. If we look at it, every minute they try to change history. They try to change the outcome of the Moynihan report. We go back to watching the documentaries, looking at the statistics from them. They're always lying. They're
Yeah.
always lying. We always find out what the real truth is, and usually these males are not telling the truth. That's what they're good at, changing history and telling lies.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's ridiculous, honestly.
Right.
Like,
Listen, liberated. That's the problem with these women. We're not opening doors for these men. We're not getting down on our knees. and asking to marry us. Like it's bad out here.
But check
Women
it,
don't know their
sis.
place.
Check it. The women that do get down on their knees and ask them to marry them, they don't respect them.
No.
No.
Mhm.
As a matter
Okay.
of fact, it almost seems like they laugh at them when they do it. It
They
doesn't even seem
do.
like that
They
they're
do.
really just flattered or anything. They just smile and skin and grin and laugh. And deep down inside, they're just laughing in their head at they goofy asses.
Look at the
Right.
woman the other
You see,
Like
day
when
with
that
that
woman was doing
I
that
would
shit
rather
on the
drag
wedding
my
dress,
badge across
he
hot
was
coals than to fucking get on my knee.
when that woman was doing that at her wedding, the dude was like smirking the whole time, like
Mm.
Yes,
rubbing his hands
because he
together.
thinks she's a joke.
Jim Jones did the same thing with Christy proposed. I remember that
Yeah,
episode. I said, "Girl, you why?
Christy.
Why?"
Yep.
But even the woman, the black woman that recently proposed in the nightclub, if you've seen the post since we did the review on it, there's a whole heap of comments with men saying, "Why would you do that to yourself, sis?" and laughing at the woman. That's
Mm.
not your place. So, like I said, a lot of hypocrisy and contradiction. They don't really want some of the things that they're really asking for. And then when you do that, there's a whole heap of dudes calling her under that post masculine.
Right. Yeah, but she wanted like, and I don't agree with it honestly, but she felt like if she didn't propose, then they would never get married. I guess.
Well,
But I
then
mean,
move
that's to make you
on.
Then
realize
move
that.
on, right?
Find somebody
Exactly.
else, cha. You wasted your time. The time is done. You can't get it back. Move on. If he's not going to put a ring on it and that's really, really, truly what you want, go find somebody that wants what you want.
That will do it. What we have to stop doing is expecting them to change. They're not gonna change. Move the fuck
Mhm.
on.
And
Find what you do want.
Yeah, I don't got no hope in any type of change. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like, they too busy trying to figure out a way to get women to change, and I'm very stubborn. I'm not changing shit.
nope,
Me
I'm
neither.
good.
Like, I don't think that there really is much that I need to change, because I mean, the fact of the matter is, as degenerate as any of my exes have been, they all know that they meant something good,
Hmm.
because they
Mhm.
always tried to come back. And no, they didn't
Yep.
get to come back. And I'm not sitting there trying to boost my own head up or anything, because that's not really even anything to brag about. But the whole fact of the matter is, I don't think that there's much that I need to change. I only need to change myself for one individual person if I have some little tweaks there. But other than that, I don't need to change myself as for the whole for men. I don't even want the whole of men.
Or see, sis,
Girl,
that's what's keeping the community apart. Cause you're not marrying your baby fathers out here in the
I
street.
don't give a fat rat stinking possum pussy ass. I don't
Go off, please. Go off.
y'all are lucky that I'm heterosexual and that I'm female because anyhow I was a man, I'd be climbing that mofo ladder. I'm sorry, there's just too many beautiful women out here for me not to do the polygamy situation. But I'd make sure y'all all had a house and a compound and
Thank
that you were
you.
good and you were provided for. I don't think half of these dudes out there actually deserve y'all ladies, to be honest. Y'all know how the way
Nah,
I
they
feel.
sharing a 1 bedroom apartment in the project,
Girl,
paying that
well,
thirteen
Queen,
dollars a month.
I don't know if you know, but me and Reese already know. Apparently we're horrible women because we beat dudes off with a stick, basically.
Oh.
So that's just how that is. Apparently, like, yeah, we beat them off with a stick, and so we're horrible women because of that. And I'm just like, well, I mean, I'll be all of that because I don't have to be with no motherfucker because they give me attention.
Or see,
Like, I'm
you
always gonna
don't
get
allow
attention.
them
The
to
fact of the matter
approach you,
is, I'm a
sis.
woman.
You
I'm a
too
woman.
masculine. You're supposed to smile when they say
I
smile.
ain't smiling for shit. Um, the fact of the matter is, I'm a woman. A man is always going to want a woman, especially if she's attractive. So all that, oh, you're undesirable, you hit the wall bullshit. I really don't give a fuck about that. As long as I'm a living, breathing woman and I continue to look good, I'm always going to be wanted.
Listen, sis, I
Right.
need to give you a piece of bamboo cane so that you can really get at them and, leave some,
Ooh,
some,
that yes,
some proper
bamboo.
wails on them, okay? Bamboo or sugar cane is the way to go.
Not the government cheese. See, y'all gave up. Y'all took the government cheese over your baby daddy. That's
Where
Nah,
right,
that
big.
see,
government cheese
nah,
at?
see, but Moo Moo's Naker coming out because he didn't even spell it right.
How do you smell it?
Big Mac in the house.
Moo
Government.
moo. Moo moo better give my little birth month niece a good kiss and a hug for me. She's so
I
cute.
know, she's so cute.
Oh my gosh,
And
she's
I
so
don't want to make her
adorable.
sound like no food, but I do be saying this, and I don't know how it comes across, but I call them little chocolate drops.
Yes, I do.
When they
Yeah,
got that
well,
melanin, they got
Mm-hmm.
that rich
mm-hmm.
amount of melanin. I'll be like, oh, look at the little chocolate drop.
Right, like I call my nephew the little nugget. I'm like, he's just a little nugget. He just looks like a little nugget, you
Government,
know.
Moo and his
government
family are just
cheese.
so cute. They're just so
Listen,
cute. It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening, Moo.
it
It's
makes
so
my
cute, though.
ovaries jump, and I'm trying to lock it down, and here
You
he
know
go
what I'm
posting these
saying?
videos.
Girl, you ain't having no kids because you hit the wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. I forgot.
You need
Because
to
we
just
going
give
through
it a rest
menopause.
because you ain't worth nothing because you hit that wall. Give it a rest.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down at this wall
That's right.
with
I
my
think I'm gonna go.
sage.
What's her name? Miley Cyrus's way, and just swing on a wrecking ball into a cement wall.
We're on a basketball.
I'm feeling like a wrecking ball. What you
Okay,
ready,
we're
Reese?
gonna
I
we're
laugh
gonna
at
knock that wall over.
childless men crying about child support. Change the laws and go to court. Do something. Yeah, like I
Thank
mean,
you.
if you're not gonna do anything, stop bitching because you don't have kids. What's your point? Like, why are you doing this? I don't get it. Honestly, it's real weird.
It's pathetic at
Yeah,
this
they
point in
they
time.
always the main ones crying, and then most of the time they also the ones that are on child support and they duck and dodge it. The motherfuckers be sitting there losing jobs on purpose and shit, so they don't got to pay the child support.
Okay, look how many men that we've seen literally running away from the police, jumping off level twos of courts just so that they don't pay $400 for their own blood clot seat. Y'all need to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, because
Well, you women, you're the nurturer. You're the incubator. You're supposed to do your job. Listen, y'all better recognize, okay, donation, 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 support the platform.
yeah, but I'm about to be one of those bitter ass baby mamas, I guess, because with my children's father, that motherfucker don't pay hardly. He don't even pay enough to pay for my son's one pair of shoes. So I'm about to go so I can try to get a fucking increase.
Mm.
Listen, $50
Even though
a
I
month
probably
is
most
enough,
likely make
sis.
more money than him, most
Mhm.
likely, but still, like you need to pay more of your part. I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with me if you got other children. It's not my problem.
Right.
$50 enough a month if you
No,
know,
fifty
shop at
dollars
the thrift
my
stores.
ass. $50 like
That's
that.
still not
Like
enough.
what fills up my gas
It
tank?
really ain't.
Listen,
That's not even tickling nothing.
I don't even blame you. I know Lioness is preparing to pull a Candy's daughter, Miss Riley. Okay, her father better
Mhm.
look out.
Oh, I'm telling you, okay.
Just taking
What did
tips
your
from
daughter
Riley.
do?
Uh
What she do?
she sued her father for child support.
Mm,
Nice.
That's gonna be
good
Zendaya in the
job.
future. I already know.
Mhm.
Because this is the thing. Like Candy Cane Lane. This is the thing. It's been years, and I mean years. My son is 12. My daughter is 10. Like seriously, you only pay around 120 something dollars a month for two kids. I let you
Right.
slide for
Wait,
a
say that
long
again?
damn time, and it really didn't have nothing to do with you having a problem paying more or anything like that. It was more so I was just so used to taking care of everything on my own. But now I'm just like, I feel like that I'm letting them slide a little bit too much at this point. It's been way too long. So I'm like, I don't feel like their shoes are getting more expensive. Their clothes, not necessarily their clothing, but yeah, their shoes are getting more expensive. They're wanting to do these activities and stuff and everything. They want more things and stuff, and I'm the only one footing the bill for this shit. Like I said, 120 something dollars. That don't even pay for mere shoes
For a month?
Mhm.
a month
Listen,
Are you serious? Girl,
for two
listen.
kids.
three-quarters of my paycheck goes towards
Oh,
Miss Lioness. These kids are expensive. Okay.
That's nowhere
no,
near
that's
my
a
fucking
slap in the
rent,
fucking face for 3 kids? Girl, okay, let me mute up because I'm now that made me mad.
girl. Yeah, I'm about to go to the child support office.
Yes, sis, go. Get your
For
Nike
three,
shoes on. Okay,
ain't
run.
no
and he
way.
and he don't got my number, so I don't know how you gonna reach me. So you can complain about child support because I don't care.
Well, Candy Cane Lynn says she had an argument with her uncle because he says women only want child support to be vindictive. Child support is for men who aren't doing their job. Yeah, like
Right.
that's what I just don't get. Like nobody, you didn't have to have a kid, so it's like I don't know why grown men say shit like that.
They
And you,
they
and
act
if
like
you
women over
had
here
one,
balling off of that
you have
shit.
to pay for your child. Like you
Well,
already not taking care of it. The woman has the kid mostly 24/7. So I mean that's the least you could do.
But the
right.
thing is, if these nakers were to take control of these kids themselves, and because they're working, or so to speak, some of them are quote unquote working men, they'd most likely have to pay a childminder triple the amount that they're even willing to pay the baby mothers in child support. Make it make sense.
Yeah,
And the
because I
mother
got
is
it.
actually technically doing more. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead,
because I
sis.
got into it with a bum on TikTok and everything, trying to talk about child support. Of course, he supposedly don't have any kids because 54% of them are childless. Even though I had to basically debunk that shit with the chart and everything. But he then sits there and um makes it seem like that, yeah, women are being vindictive when it comes to child support and all this other stuff. I'm like, some do, but the majority do not, because it's been years and I have not done what I needed to do for my kids, and now it's getting to the point where I'm feeling like it's a bit of me being selfish, because it's really their money and I'm not going to collect on their money.
Mhm.
And so now I'm starting to think about that, because I'm so used to, and that's the thing that gets me. They try to make it seem like we just these ratchet ass mamas that don't do everything we can for our kids. I do everything for motherfucking kids.
Oh
Every
yeah,
fucking
you
thing for my
do.
kids. So,
Fuck them.
and I
They don't
and
do
this
shit for
nigga
their
barely
kids, so they
even
have
pay
nothing to say.
anything.
They don't do anything for their kids, most of them. And most of them said, I mean, they said that they don't even like their kids if it doesn't work out with the mom. So that means you don't like your kids, period.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's really how it is with him. Because when he did see the kids and stuff like that, I would, the kids, they weren't around him enough for them to feel, comfortable. Mears kind of was, but Zanea definitely wasn't. Reese, you already know how Zanea is. Zanea, if she's not feeling somebody, she's not feeling them. So
Mhm.
I would just, tag along and everything. But this motherfucker always had a compliment about the way I look. Just always this bullshit, as if he's trying to throw these compliments out there so he can be able to have some type of
Access
high
to you.
towards me. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
access to me. And the shit doesn't work. So when he sees all these compliments not getting him to where he wants it to go, then all of a sudden he disappears again.
Hmm.
Right.
See, that's what
He
they
does it
do
every
over
time.
here.
It's
All
literally a
focus
pattern.
on you and not the children.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a pattern.
trust
Mhm.
me, I know. I know.
Mm.
Yeah. And I know a lot of women that say that, like, he didn't even come around, like, and then, like, when they broke up, he just stopped coming around completely.
Yeah.
So,
When
That's
we
what they
broke up,
do.
that's when he wanted DNA tests.
Mhm.
Boy, if you don't go get a life
And
and
this
take
is
care of your
the.
responsibilities.
Do you know how similar some of your experience sounds to some of the things that I've been through, Rochelle? Especially these dudes reproductively abused us, purposely got us pregnant without
Yep.
our consent, and then have the nerve after reproductively abusing us to then turn around and say they want a DNA test.
yep.
I went
Yeah.
through similar with him when it came to the courts, trying to fight to get my daughter back after this dude basically perpetuated a form of kidnapping to keep my daughter away from me, to force me into marrying this dude. Then wanted to ask the courts for a DNA test. His lawyer had to turn around and say to not do the DNA test because then he was claiming that it wasn't his child. But the lawyer turned around and said to him, that don't make sense to go and tell the courts that, because then you've kept a child away from its mother that doesn't belong to you. Make it
Yeah.
make sense.
But what's crazy is he cries and was bitching and moaning and whining about child support when he actually got himself put on child support, because when he asked for the DNA test and I gave him to him and they
Mhm.
both came back that's when they put him on child support.
Mm. Actually, it's just a hot mess out here. These dudes have an ultimate nerve.
Did Mule leave?
Oh yeah, she said that she had to go. She had to drop off. She
I
didn't
didn't even
leave
hear
a
that.
message in the thing.
I
She
didn't hear
didn't
it either.
say it, but she put a message in the back chat. She said, "I'm
Uh-huh.
going to drop
Oh,
down to the chat." So she's listening in the clouds.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thanks again, Mule, for the cash app. I love you so much, sis, and thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Sharice buying me coffee tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh snap.
Yeah, because I'm balling out, y'all. For real.
Balling out of control. But
Yep.
yeah, no, but I will say this, of course, because I'm pretty sure I don't know how long this video is. What is that? Damn.
Yeah,
3
we haven't
hours and
scratched the
18 minutes.
surface.
She gave
We
that
haven't scratched
bald
the
headed peanut head motherfucker that much time.
No.
But okay.
She was there for like maybe like an hour and 45 minutes or something. But yeah, I mean we only got like what, 15 minutes in?
Sorry,
23.
sis.
See, that's how problematic the video is. We
That's
like
Oh, go ahead, places.
okay.
myself, but she's making many attempts. We'll see them fail, just as her life in totality has failed. But to your point about nature and the state of nature, you use strange. She's
And Jerry says she has the gaslight tactics on tap. Wow.
well, it's impossible to gaslight a man such as myself, but she's making many attempts. We'll see them fail, just as her life in
She
totality has
is. She's
failed.
doing a good job.
But
of
to
it,
your
but you're
point
triggered.
about nature and the state of nature, you use strange terms like raw dog reality. I imagine you probably got raw dog, which would have made you a single mother. And I don't need
You
to know
assume I'm a single. You assume I'm a single mother. What makes me a single
Facts.
mother?
your attitude, but let me finish
No,
No,
again.
no, no.
that
your
does not
What
make
makes
you
me a
a
attitude.
single
mother.
Oh
mother,
my
Saint? I mean,
God.
Saint.
Mr. Logic.
We warned you earlier about cutting off and interrupting, and I see that you're doing it again. And
So you
you
can,
And you
so
said
you can
earlier you
bully
don't
and not
assume.
actually have a conversation, right?
you're cutting off again. You see, you've been warned 4 times. Did I interrupt you
I
while
mean,
you were
because you
talking?
insulted
I'm
her.
not gonna let you sit up here and just say
This is
Did
a
I
stupid stuff like that.
interrupt you while you were talking?
What makes me a
Don't
single
call her
mother?
Did
a
I
single
My
mother.
interrupt
attitude
Her
makes me a
attitude.
single mother. Does my
Did I
average? Does my no? Seriously, does my attitude make me a single mother?
Now you're
Saint?
behaving like a child. We've tried to establish a
Man, if you don't sit
civilized
your
debate
bald headed,
here. When you were
He
talking, I
know
didn't
he
interrupt.
sounded stupid as fuck when he said
saying
it. That's why he's
Secondly,
trying
random
to
things like that does
derail
not
away from it.
calm down, calm
quantify
down.
debate.
When you were
What
talking,
makes me a
you
single
were
mother, Saint? What makes
mad
me a
as
single
hell.
mother? No,
You
you
were
can't make a sir. You
talking,
can't make a claim and
I
then
waited
not
until you
expound on
finished,
it.
and I said, "Do you
What
yield the
makes
floor?"
me a single mother?
I asked, "Do
I
you
swear to God,
yield
if
the
you say
floor?"
yield the
Before
floor
cutting
one more
you off.
time, listen, we could take a shot
I
off for
showed
What
that.
you
makes me a
utter
single mother?
respect. Even though you're not a respectable person, I showed you respect. And when you were talking, I didn't speak. And then when I thought you were done, I still didn't go out there,
What does
except that
that
I
have to
asked you,
do
I
with
said,
you
What
saying her
"Do you
attitude
makes
yield
makes
me
her
a
a
the
single
single
floor?"
mother?
mother? What
Why are
makes
your
me a
feelings
single
so
mother?
hurt that you can't be civil? How could you
Mm-mm.
purport to
No,
be a leader?
this
Answer
is
You
a
the
can't
this is
question.
lead
You
this is
made
a
the
yourself.
question,
you
sir.
You
made the
can't
dumb
even lead
comment.
yourself. You're so angry. You're so
Who's
Sir,
mad.
angry?
sir,
Wow.
what makes me a single mother?
Who's
It's
angry?
not your
If you can,
turn to
all you
talk.
have to do is answer. You can't make
So bad.
baseless claims.
Now, folks,
He
sadly I
can't
had to mute it. And
answer
I
it.
really
That's
didn't
why
want
he
to do
won't.
that because
Because
I
it was
want everyone to
stupid
have
and
the
it was
chance
nothing
to
but some
operate as
shade
adults.
being
But
thrown.
as you
Mm-hmm.
see, she was speaking. I didn't cut her off one time.
Boy, if you don't
When
yield the
she was
floor and
finished,
answer the
I said, "Do
question,
you yield the floor?" Which permitted me to speak. Now that I'm
Then don't talk
talking,
about her being a
she's
single
so
mother.
angry that she can't contain herself and she's interrupting me for the
I don't
5th
see
time.
angry nowhere on
This
that
speaks
lady's
to her
face.
character.
Her face looked
It's like,
pretty
how can
angry
we
to
have
me.
a debate if she's
Oh,
so angry? She has
She
no
was joyfully
self-control.
angry.
It's a clear indication that something's wrong.
Hey,
No,
Major Mind and
something
Soul
wrong
said,
with
if in
you.
nature men chase women and not the other way around, what is a groupie?
Right. I'm going to school her
a
right now.
groupie is
So
a
first off,
mammy, is
Jada
a
Center
pick
said
me.
mismatch.
oh yeah,
A
this is
groupie is
easy
a
work.
woman
She
that
can't even
chases a
control herself.
bag.
She's behaving like a toddler. This is easy work.
This
This
is
is easy
hard.
work. Let me finish
Mm-mm.
obliterating
This
her.
asshole
So
on the
number
screen
one,
is
she speaks
groupie.
of a state of nature. She called it raw dog reality, which is comical. That she's speaking about her past sexual experiences. In terms of raw dog reality, as she calls it, which is a state of nature, she says that the female is empowered to deny the male sex. Well, this is quite comical because in a state of nature where she refers to there not being laws and government and policing,
Listen, y'all.
well, the female is not actually able to deny the male sex. I guess she's not watched National Geographic. Does it look like consent when it's mating season and the alpha male dominates the female that he chooses? So what you should understand about a state of nature is you don't want to be in a state of nature, love, because in a state of nature, a big mouth yours, someone would reach back and slap the taste out your mouth and you could do all of nothing. That's number one.
Mm.
Number two, in a state of nature, if you were attractive and I wanted to slay you and you didn't want to go for it, I just take it. That's in a
Abuse
state of
and
nature.
grape all in one
Government,
sentence.
police, and
That doesn't
civilization
make you the
favors the
prize. That just
female
makes you a predator.
because it protects you. Because in a state of nature, you get returned to where you really are, which is called a state of weakness. And especially when you're pregnant, you're further in a state of weakness. The only time that the female is actually protected is when she has a male protector. Hence, the true value and power is clearly in the male, and you referring to the state of nature has only validated that. Now, in your emotionalism, I will yield the floor so you can get big mad
Oh,
and
pot
explain
calling the
to me
kettle black.
Reesee,
why
pause
you're
for me,
not a
sis.
single mother.
Pause this for me a second, sis.
Say
This
you're a predator while I say you're a predator.
this whole animal kingdom thing, it really, really winds me up. Now, when he makes the statement about National Geographic, which National Geographic are you watching, sir? Because you're the one that has issues with comprehension and active listening. Now, when you refer to the animal kingdom, there are so many different animals within the animal kingdom. If you go to certain types of penguins, if they don't build a house, our version of the house built out of stones, yeah, no woman is going to go over and look at that penguin because he hasn't built a sustainable home for the female to be able to produce an egg, for him to have an heir. Like, this whole animal kingdom situation pisses me off because different animals act in different ways depending on whether they're mammals or amphibians. Like there's fucking animals, women, female animals out there that freaking eat the men after they have sex with them. So it's like, which part are
Not
you talking about?
not only that. Go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
sis. No, it's all right. I'm gonna cuss and
Not
until
not
the
only
shoes go
that,
down the
but in
toilet.
some animal groups, if the male is weakened in some type of way, they can actually exile him from the group, from the pack.
True.
They don't
Sometimes they
you
even
don't
kill
tend to
him.
see you don't tend to see them exiling female animals like that.
No, because they're
It
just a
doesn't happen
female.
commonly. It's usually the males.
Disgrace. Evil. Sorry, I was having a Lion King moment. Go ahead.
Which, if we want to talk about animal kingdoms, I mean, there's a lot of weakened males in our community and in any community, period. But we're just talking specifically about ours right now. There's a lot of them that don't take care of their kids. That's a weak state. There's a lot of them that sits there and browbeats women to try to get submission. That's a weakened man. There's a lot of them that have this negative type of female energy. That's a weakened man. There's a lot of incels are weakened men, especially with the hatred they have for women. There's a lot of unalivers out there. There's a lot of child molesters out there and everything. Those are very weakened men. Like, if we want to talk about the animal kingdom, I think that we need to exile them too. We need to exile them.
So,
Like, act
Queen,
like the animal kingdom.
are
Rip
you
their
saying there
heads off and
might
do
be
shit like that.
a penguin somewhere with a podcast because they couldn't build no stone houses,
Yeah,
so they mad
probably.
at the penguins, the
Like,
women
if you
penguins?
look at, and I know this is not the best example, but if you look at the whole thing with Happy Feet in the animation film, like
Mm,
if you actually look at the proper National Geographic version, those birds have to build a stone nest, which is their home. Yeah.
mm,
Those penguins travel miles to pick up stones to bring it back, and you'll see these other little penguins sometimes teething stones from the other males that are building a nest. And then the women are the ones that walk around, look at the different nests, and they're the ones that choose the males. Even in certain types of underwater class fishes, yeah, some of the like in certain types of dolphins, they will give off echolocation to let you know that they're ready to mate, but that woman has to give off that energy, and then she
mm.
decides whether she's gonna, let you into her space and mate with you. So it's not, it's like, which part of the animal kingdom are you talking about? Narrow it down. Like, fucking seahorses carry babies while the female goes out and does shit. Like, each mammal, each amphibian, each reptile within their species class is different. We're not all the same. The animal kingdom is not all the same. There's some groups that some of these males will go in and try and dominate the females, and they will get their ass handed to them and they will get killed. Like, a lot of
Yeah.
these males want to talk about, oh, I will dominate you. No, most of the weak ass males that are deformed out there in the animal kingdom, they get killed, they get used as hyena bait. So which
Mhm.
animal kingdom are you talking about, love? Because I actually like National Geographic. I'm a bit of a nerd. I love watching things like that, and it's really interesting watching the animal dynamics between the different animals and things. Even in the Lion King, quote unquote, when it comes to real prides, if the man
Mhm.
isn't holding down his territory, another male lion can come in and he has to challenge him and fight him. And sometimes they die in the midst of that. So, like I said,
Okay.
what kingdom are you talking about?
The
Like,
Dusty
this
Naker
guy,
Kingdom.
oh God, it must be.
Well,
Not
from
only
what he
that,
was
but
saying,
women,
he's trying to
but
come at he's trying to come at her looks and say like, well, if you were attractive, you couldn't turn me down. I could just take it. Like that is very bothersome and triggering.
You see what I'm
And
saying?
like for there to be mammies in the chat
that
and
doesn't make
like
him the prize then.
That
no,
make
it
him a
doesn't.
predator, like Renee
That
said.
like it's just sick, honestly.
But this is
And
what
that's the thing I don't get. Why they always go for the face? Like that's the first thing. That's why I don't even like to cam up or get on camera because they go straight for the face. Like, dude, you over here look like a whole gremlin, and you will cam up as if you are the prize. Like, dude, if you don't cam down and
He
save
can't come
yourself,
at anybody because she looks way better than him.
yes.
far as I'm
I'm
concerned,
sorry,
it's
Queen.
competition. It's okay. Like this dude is dumb as fuck. It just really, really irks my spirit and my bones when these guys start talking about the animal kingdom like they know some shit when they don't even study animals properly. They don't even watch National Geographic properly. I can tell by the way that he's analyzed it that he doesn't comprehend. He doesn't actively listen. Even when I was younger, my godfather and my nan, apart from BET, the only other thing that was on was National Geographic. So I got my fill of it enough to understand that different animals act in different ways. Not every animal kingdom is the same. There's some parts of the animal kingdom where the females lead. There's some where the males lead or they take the protector role. It just depends what you're talking about. Look at bees. Like the queen bee runs shit. Like, what are you talking about? Just like,
The female bee is the most vicious. Those are the ones
okay.
that has the stingers.
Look at the black
But
widows. They mate with their
but
partners and they unalive them.
so
She get
so
what
are
I'm saying?
female hyenas. They're the most vicious as well. But not only that, she never even mentioned anything about the animal kingdom. She just said nature.
Mhm.
Humans have a form of raw nature as well.
True.
It's not just animals. But then if he feels like that women aren't the prize and everything, even if men have to protect them, like that still makes women the prize because they make laws in order to protect women from heathens that try to prey on them. So they stick y'all
Mhm.
asses in jail, and you'll see it more so happen when it comes to male on female versus female on male. And it's
It's
most of the time, of course, because the males are predators. But if women weren't the prize, then there would be no laws in place to protect women when it
Right.
comes to them coming and quote unquote taking what they want. If you could do that, then I would then say if you could do that without any repercussions, as far as you doing it out in the open, right in front of a cop and all this other stuff, you're not hiding it or anything like that. If you could do that out in the open and nothing happens, then okay, fine. It just is what it is. But let's say if you do it in front of a cop, you're gonna get arrested. That means that you're not the prize. They're gonna protect that woman,
okay. And I've just
Well,
which
seen
if the
makes the
woman
woman the
wasn't the
prize.
prize, if the woman wasn't the
Scott's
prize, then
one.
you wouldn't have to do that anyway.
So I just saw Scarred. I like calling her sacred because she's a sacred beauty to me. But Scarred Beauty said it in the comments. Once the egg is laid, the male penguin takes care of the egg. It's like these dudes are dumb. It's really, really agitating. And I don't know why women want to continue to procreate with dumb males.
Yeah,
Right.
if men was the prize, then men would have the ability to give birth.
Hmm.
And nobody want to see that.
Because I
I
mean, it
don't.
would make sense since you got to keep the population going. Their legacy has to continue, and so if they were such a prize in God's eyes, then they should be the one that's able to give birth.
I think that's for a very specific reason. Because if we look at the state of play right now, could you imagine if these guys were able to give birth? Like they already are saying, fuck the community and burn the whole shit down. Do you get what I mean? They would have literally handmaidens tailed us just so that they could procreate more women that they could just sleep with. But instead they're trying to do the passport bro whole thing, and the Becky ain't working anymore. So
I mean, that's another point. If men were the prize, they wouldn't have to go overseas.
Men
uh
are not the prize. Men would not even exist if women weren't there. If women stopped having sex with them, if women stopped giving birth to their children, they would be nothing. So I mean, we know they're not the prize. There is like really no like argument over it. I
Well, the
mean,
problem is you Western women.
but everything makes them like it sets it up for them to feel like they should be worshipped. Like even like a lot of the Abrahamic religions that are male worshiping and just everything. I mean, it sets them up to feel like they are the prize. But I mean, it's delusion, and that's why it doesn't
Well,
work. And that's why like the Chinese are suffering for it now, or the
mhm.
Asians.
Look
well,
what
that's
happened
why
to
they're
them when
having
they
a
went one
dusty.
child.
That's
Sorry,
why
sis,
they're
go
having.
ahead. Go ahead, sis. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, no. I was just gonna say that's why they're having a dusty narc rage episode, because they're finding out at this point with all the Abrahamic religion that they were supposedly the prize. They're finding out they're not the prize, and women aren't treating them like the prize. And I think subconsciously they knew they weren't the prize. That's why they don't like pick me's and mammies.
Yep.
Right.
But
They don't like the
they
women that
lack
serve
such
them. They'll cheat on
self-esteem.
them.
They lack such self-esteem. They lack such meaning in society and everything. Like they don't have any type of power. They don't really have any resources. They don't have none of that shit. So it's because they lack all of that, they need something to help them feel like that they're a prize. But now it's a little bit too late. Like, you've been treated like the prize in our community forever. You didn't appreciate it. Now women are backing off from doing that, and now you can't take it.
Yeah, and then on top of it, now, if we're really going to do the whole animal kingdom thing, then really and truly women need to stop giving birth, because all the deformities, disabilities, low level IQs would tell, and the environment would then show you that this isn't the place to give birth in. It's just like,
Yeah.
no, stop.
Yeah. First of all, in the animal kingdom, the female animals are not going to give birth by weak males.
Mm,
But of course, the human race, we're just different. We'll sit there and give birth to we'll literally continue the legacy of the most evil, corrupt, weak males.
Mm.
And oh yeah, I'm included in that, because he definitely was a weak one.
and
So
then
Yeah.
we'll sit
expect.
there and give birth to children by weak males and everything. When, yeah, in the animal kingdom, they're not doing that shit.
Mm,
They're
No.
gonna find the most alpha, powerful male animal that's in their group, and they will give birth to his children.
But again, she didn't say that she wasn't talking about animals specifically. Like she didn't
I
say
know.
anything about the animal kingdom. She said in nature, which
no,
is
Yeah.
nature
we
without
heard
the
her say
patriarchal,
nature.
which is like in nature without the patriarchal system, because
No,
that
don't
was
get me
like the
wrong,
whole
sis. I understand what Priscilla's saying, but he contradicts his own argument by using the animal kingdom.
Yeah, he used the animal kingdom. She
right.
said nature in its rawest form
Mm.
for
So he's
humans,
not. This is why I said he's not listening again. He's not comprehending, because he's gone. He's taken what she said out of context.
because he lacks
Because that's the
logic.
way
He's
he sees
very
it. As a
emotional.
male, he sees nature as just animals. Like I mean, like we're not like natural human beings and stuff like that.
True.
Yeah, you can always tell that you're dealing with a dusty when they bring up the lion kingdom or some shit like that, or the animal kingdom, and like especially when they bring up the lions. When they bring
Mm,
up the lions, because of course we know the female lions, they go out there and hunt. Which
Mm.
in my mind frame, I'm thinking that they're saying that, and they're going by that because they want women to do everything for them, and
mm,
all they have to do is sit back and wait for this damn inevitable need for protection. Women are not walking out the damn door every single day. Like me as an individual woman, I'm not walking out the door every day needing protection. Like there's some predator outside of my door every single day. I don't need your protection every day. Your protection, I can protect my damn self.
Right.
Like they act like that they out there fighting crime and fighting villains every fucking day
where?
and can't even change a tire, but they really just making it seem like that they
Mm.
out there swinging in on a cape every single day protecting women, and they're not. Most
They're
of the time
not.
they fucking stand there Most
They
of the
don't want
time, they
crime.
stand there to scream world star and they video record shit. That's what they do. They don't protect shit like that.
World star.
Yeah, they really boost up this you need protection as if somebody needs protection every single day. As if my tire goes flat every single day. As if like I said, as if there's some fucking insane ass man or woman outside in the bushes waiting for me to come out so they can unalive me every single day, and I need a man to jump in front of me and walk me to my car.
Right.
But it's not even them. They're not even doing the protecting. It's not even necessarily men because I mean, there's police officer women, and also like I mean, who are they being protected from anyway? They're being protected from other men. So I mean, y'all are just the ones doing the harm.
They can't even
Mhm.
protect themselves against men. That's what I was telling
Exactly.
you earlier when I said that they have that stupid post-apocalyptic fantasy and shit. They keep talking about how we're gonna fall at the wayside and men are gonna be able to do this and do that to women. I'm like, well, I mean, you out of all men definitely shouldn't wish that upon anything because they're gonna come for you as the men in the group
Exactly. They're gonna
first.
come and busty pop your ass first.
They're gonna hurry up and come get y'all asses so fast. And what you gonna
Listen,
do? You gonna cry talking about you ain't got no protection in this racism.
They broke bucking me again and again and again.
see, our generation, us of those of us that have been through this pandemic, should have taken heed and note to what black men are capable of as a collective, or men in general are capable of as a collective when the pandemic struck and everything was uncertain. So,
Mhm.
like, why am I gonna? If it was Armageddon, why am I gonna run to you?
Yeah,
Right.
because when the pandemic happened, as you can see, when it comes to overall men overall, especially in our community, the DV rates shot up through the roof. I don't think there
Yep.
was any protection from the big bad pandemic. You was too busy in the house beating her ass.
Okay,
And then
even
divorce
here,
rate went sky high.
divorce rates
Yeah.
went sky high. There was a number of men here that decided to unalive themselves as well as their families,
Mm.
and all our shelters were overrun. They had people on waiting lists during the pandemic because of what was going on with domestic violence here.
Right, Candy Cane. She said the only thing they fight is women. Yep. Hey, Moonflower.
Yeah, because I
Moonflower's
mean,
in the chat.
the
Hey,
fact of the
man.
matter is, my logic tells me that since men are my biggest threat, I'm going to protect myself against men.
Mhm.
I'm not going to expect a man who could be a threat to me to protect me. And
Right.
sure, I can call the police, and the majority of the police are going to be men. I could definitely do that. And I mean, it is their job technically to protect and serve. But at the same time, I may not get to that phone faster than I get to my gun.
Mhm.
So I might as well just make sure I got that protection on top of the protection of the quote unquote police that's supposed to protect and serve and everything. I might as well just have both. That'd be much easier. And I won't have to give that weapon anything in return for that protection other
But
than feed it more bullets.
this is the thing. Think about it. If it wasn't for the case, if it wasn't a case of men were doing their jobs in general when it came to the element of protection, because people forget protection is a spectrum. The women that are being and children that are being constantly unalived wouldn't be happening every day. We wouldn't need CCTV cameras. We wouldn't have to walk around with weapons or self protection elements to protect us when we're out on our journeys. We wouldn't have to deal with half of the shit that we're dealing with on the streets. So it's like, really?
Yes, no, there's no protection like that. I don't know why they keep saying, like, if there was so much protection from men in the world, then there wouldn't be so many grapes. There wouldn't be so many child molestations. There
Mhm.
wouldn't be so many femicide cases. There wouldn't be so many of those if there was so much protection.
See, police
Right.
wouldn't
And
need
they
a
prove our
job.
point every time saying we need protection from
Police,
men. Yeah. But
police
you can't
wouldn't have a
protect
job,
yourself.
and the securities industry wouldn't exist to create more jobs for people, as well as different technology elements when it comes to like CCTV and all that, if they were doing their
Yeah, I
job.
don't want to have to sleep
Mhm.
with somebody to get protection.
Right.
Go ahead, sis,
So
play some more. Sorry, sis, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you.
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm probably gonna get ready to end it soon if Y'all don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. We're gonna we can do another part to this.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was gonna let Reese play one more part if she wanted to, and then I was gonna jump off because it is getting late where I am, and I got
Yeah.
work in the morning.
No problem.
I'm gonna go work around some real men that don't require anything from me to be protected, and that's my battle
Okay.
buddies.
Shout out to the
Right.
battle buddies.
Other
Mm-hmm.
than me having their back as well.
And I probably should have named this stream "Are Women the Prize or Men?" But like I didn't really realize what they was talking about. But
So you can
yeah.
always rename it.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, let me start it.
It's not my job to explain to you why I'm not a single mother. My question to you is you said that I'm one. So I'm asking you what makes me one. And then I'll address everything else. But what makes me a single
You
mother?
yield the floor.
Yes.
Okay. Are you with the father of your child? Married currently.
Actually, yes.
So you're telling the truth that you're with the father of your child currently married.
Unbelievable,
No, I'm
right?
currently married, but I'm not with the father of my child. But he did just pick her up and drop her off. No, 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 no,
Just
no, no.
lie.
No, no.
That doesn't
No,
make her a
no,
single
Saint.
mother.
No, Saint.
No, she didn't lie. He's weird. Look how stupid he looks and ashy. She didn't lie. She's married to her husband still,
He's
and
married.
right, like, look how sick he looks. He looks stupid as fuck. Why does she have to lie? Like,
Like he really thought he took a win with that one.
right, because he knows black men don't marry like that, so he really assumed that she was a just was never has never been married.
Because
You
they don't think
lied. You
highly of each
lied.
other. They don't think highly of each other. They only have an
Exactly.
argument. They only have an argument for us when we say, yeah, y'all out here abandoning these children. They only have an argument with that, but then they'll then turn around and say, well, you must be lying because there's no way in hell you could be married to a
Right.
black man.
Exactly.
And there's
And
no way in
exactly.
hell you can't be a single mother. That man had to leave you a single mother.
Right.
Exactly. Yep. And it's weird though because it's like y'all are men are the ones that determine marriage pretty much, and y'all don't get married. So I don't know why they keep trying to rub it in women's faces, but I'm glad that some women are starting to get that it's not a prize or a badge of honor to say you're married to these broke niggers. It's not.
See, that's the
Yeah,
part I
because a
don't get.
man
Cause
that's proud to be married is going to be happy to be married. He's going to announce his marriage. She will announce her marriage, and they're happy together. Motherfuckers that
Mhm.
want to sit there and talk like he again, it just baffles me that he just could not believe it. You think that lowly of black men that you cannot believe that she is still married to a black man, has a child, and
He can't believe
they
that she's
co-parent.
married at all. He thinks
Right.
that she just got, knocked up and that's it.
Yeah, and I mean, she could be married and they can be separated. They're still married. And that doesn't
Right.
even necessarily mean that they're not necessarily fully together anymore. That's just a separation, which means they're separated right now and they're going to determine what they're going to do with their marriage after that, whether they're going
Mhm.
to
But
work on
he's
it or whether
still
they're going to end it.
obviously she's trying to mention that he just picked her up and dropped her off. So I mean, she's not a single parent if her dad is in her life and does stuff for her and with her. They're co-parenting. So I
Right.
mean, technically anyway. But okay, I want to keep playing this because it's not over.
No,
Lie. Yeah.
no. So pick her up and drop her off. No.
The father of your child currently married.
No, I'm currently married, but I'm not with the father of my child. But he did just pick her up and drop her off.
Just lie.
No, Saint. No,
Yeah,
Saint.
you
No,
lied. Yeah.
no, Saint. No, I did not lie. I did not lie. My husband does not live with me. We are still legally married. And he, guess what? Just dropped his daughter off here. He picked her up and took her to get her hair done. So tell me what makes me a single mother when I have an active father in my child's life who literally
Exactly.
just picked her up and dropped her off. Tell me what makes me a single mother. Are you saying that I must be sleeping in the same bed every night to be qualified as a attached woman. Tell me what makes me a single mother.
Ooh-wee. Do you
The
yield the
fact
floor?
that your
Yeah, go
husband
ahead.
doesn't have access to you
Number
sexually.
one, I
To
want
him,
you to
that's why
know
you're a single mother.
that though I must vanquish you in the public forum, for
For
you are
what?
clearly a demon as far as ideology goes. I want you
Why?
to know that I see through you like glass. And what
No,
I
why?
see in you,
Because no,
I thought you
because
said
the
you yield the
majority,
floor. I thought you yield the
no,
floor. Why don't
no,
you yield the floor? Why are
no,
you talking
because
to me?
no, no, no,
You don't
because
talk. That's why you
Saint,
single. You talk too
no,
much.
Sinner, no, Saint. Listen, I am a
I thought
logical
you yield the
person who
floor.
listen,
You're not
sis,
logical. I
sir,
thought you yield the
sir.
floor.
I
I
never
didn't
heard
come
this
here.
man yield the
I
floor
didn't
now
come
one
here
time to her.
to deal with a toddler. To you this, you this, you this. I want to discuss logical things. Okay. Now, with this personal attack that you're trying to do,
Can you tell me why you keep yielding the floor and then you start talking over me? Every time you say you yield the floor and I start talking, you start talking over me. That is not civil. Can you explain that to me?
because listen, so far, this entire thing has been childish up to this point. Up to this point, you made a claim that wasn't true. Okay. What you're trying to do is smear, okay, an image. Okay. I didn't come here for that. I actually came here because somebody said that you were logical and that this was going to be a logical discussion. But clearly, that's not the case. Now, if you think name calling and all of that is, oh, I'm obliterating you, yeah, in kindergarten land, absolutely, in kindergarten land, and I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
You're not able to abide by the
He is
basic rules of
reading.
decorum. You have
She is
no
reading
emotional
him for
control.
filth.
You're
No,
not in a
this
position
Yeah,
He
to
but
doesn't have
identify what's
decorum because
logical.
he's
I gave
going
you
into
5
name
different.
calling.
Right. He said, well, you're not yielding the floor. You're not yielding.
I
I
don't,
No,
I
said,
don't
we
he
know
can
what
doesn't
get
type
have
of
rich off
decorum.
of that.
person. He's
He's na-
socially awkward because what type of person has to keep getting permission to talk? Like we're human, like we're people. I'm just talking. I'm not about to get permission. Look at Ra in the chat of this thing, but I know she's there for Princella. But yeah, like I'm not about to just keep saying, okay, do you yield the floor? Do you yield the floor? Like no, we're talking.
We're talking, right? Like,
The fuck,
tell
weirdo.
this nigga
That's why
slow as
you don't have
hell.
a woman, and that's why you're an incel. He's talking about that's why she's single. If she
To
wanted
throw
to,
her
if she
off,
wanted a man, she could
constantly
have a
throwing
man.
insults.
Like,
Yeah,
imagine
the fact that
being with this guy. You'll every time y'all get into discussion, well, babe, did you yield the floor? If motherfucker,
Like,
you don't answer the goddamn question. I'm sorry, Renee.
no,
really,
he
and he hasn't yielded the floor at one time to her.
Not once. Not once.
Can I
yeah,
point out something? Do you see every time the way he turns around and says, "Do you yield after saying yield the floor," or when he feels that he's been slighted, he changes tone of voice, and then his all like victimhood and defeatism as if she's disrespecting him.
Hmm.
Mhm. It's just like he needs for her to be completely quiet so he can say whatever the fuck he wants and lie on her, and then she can't interject because he's lying. And so he
Right.
tries to make it seem like she's rude.
Oh,
But
it's
no,
the
you're
same
lying. Nobody's
tactics.
gonna continue to let you keep talking when you're lying.
It's the same tactics that a Perlina Masculina, Bigfoot, KS, a whole heap of these other content creators use to demean and gaslight women in different ways.
yeah,
Hmm.
kind of similar to the manosphere that he
Mm.
says that he's not. Like the fact of the matter is, when it comes to him, like for one thing, he doesn't have any type of decorum whatsoever. Because if you have decorum and you're having a conversation, you definitely don't go to name calling.
Mm.
So he lacks in that area, anyways. He's very pressed at
Mm.
this point and very triggered, to the point where he doesn't even understand what a single mother is. He literally, it's almost like he's saying that if your husband does not have access to you sexually, that means you are a single mother.
But this is why these dudes are bitches because you cannot. It doesn't matter. Only black women really get shamed for this, but you're not making black women look bad. You're making black men look bad because y'all are constantly having children and not taking care of them. You don't have to be with the man for you to not be a single mother. Like
Right.
so, I mean, it doesn't really look bad on the woman. Like only thing that looks bad is that she gave birth to your child. But besides that, I mean like you're the one that left your responsibilities, ran off, didn't take care of your kid, like, and didn't commit to the woman that you impregnated.
And then on top of it, people forget, and this might be in the minority that I'm speaking of, but when it comes to like different marriages that are out there are some marriages where people are actually legally married. They may have a child together, but they're not actually in a relationship with each other in the typical normal sense of a loving relationship. There's people that don't live together and live in separate houses, live in separate beds, live in separate rooms, might not have sexual relationships. I know a couple, the woman's asexual. She's not really having a sex. She's not having a sexual relationship with her husband. There's sexless marriages out there.
Mm.
Do you get what I mean? So their scope when it comes to marriage and relationships and sometimes parenting dynamics to me is limited.
Yeah,
Right.
again, I think that he just like he's one of those type of people where he's like what dude said, where if they don't give a fuck about the woman or they can't be with the woman, basically, that
Mm,
he don't give a fuck about the child. That's how he kind of thinks also. He thinks because that man is not in the house, he cannot be a father to that child
mm,
Right.
because he doesn't have access to his wife like that, and they live separately, and they don't be on the type of things that people in relationships be on intimately. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why he says she's a single mother,
Cause he
because he
dumb. Cause
wouldn't
he's
take care of a
active.
child if he wasn't fucking the mother.
No. And she said, and Scar Beauty said, people will cut you off when you're lying on them.
Yep.
Exactly. Like, you're not just about to keep saying bullshit lies and I'm going to just keep letting you talk. Like, with your
even
ashy
when we've
ass.
seen Go and other people debate, they'll be cutting each other off and going backwards and forwards. That's nothing unusual. They just
Right.
get offended more so when it's a woman or you can't prove or they can't prove their point.
Cause he had not yet yielded the floor. He won't even really allow her. He'll let her talk, but as soon like
As soon as
he
she
starts
like
slandering
stops saying
her,
one thing, like she might ask him a question and he wants her to completely be quiet instead of him just being able to answer the question and let her continue speaking or something.
He
Like he's
doesn't.
just weird. This is why
right?
But
he's single. He's trying to say like, oh, this is why you're single, but no, this is why you're single
You're
because you're
single.
a weirdo. Like you
but
can't even have a normal conversation with a person.
True.
But this is the thing. He's doing it on purpose though, because he really doesn't want to have a logical conversation with her. He
True.
really just wants to get a rise out of her. So what
Mm,
he's doing is he keeps throwing all these shots at her so she'll focus on that instead of debunking the stupid shit that he says.
true.
Well, he hasn't said anything yet. Like really.
It's
But
just
I
saying
do want to
some
play
shit.
some more because I kind of have to go in like 10 minutes.
Go ahead, sis.
Okay.
Different chances to where I said, please stop interrupting. You have such a lack of emotional control. You're not in a position to lead anyone, for you cannot lead yourself. What is worse than that? I asked you a simple question and you straight away lied. I
Okay.
said, are you
What is
still
the lie? What is the lie?
everyone is going to be able to
No,
rewind this. You
no,
realize
they
that
can no, they
you
can
realize
rewind it.
you
I am
documented absolutely.
still legally married. I am still legally married. Okay. So me and my husband, listen,
Are you in a
me
relationship with your husband?
no, I am not, but we are still legally married, which is a question that you asked.
I
Are
see.
you married? Yes, I am still legally married.
Okay, so you're playing games here. So basically, when I suggest that you're a single mother, I'm suggesting
No,
that you're
you
a
just
single
dumb.
mother because I observe that you have a lack of communication skills. You are displaying a lot of masculine behaviors,
And
not
you're
good
not
ones.
manosphere? And you're not
Ma-
manosphere? And
Well,
you're
Mothers,
not
they
no,
don't have
manosphere?
kids.
look, I'm gonna let you speak because you need to speak. You need to get something off your chest. I'm gonna listen to you. Go ahead.
No,
Go
because
ahead.
see, at this point, this is just triangulation, right?
I'm gonna listen to
Th-
you. Go ahead.
this is triangulation. Okay. All right. So at the end of the day, this is not about debating points. Okay. Marital status, married legally. Okay. File for divorce. Divorce didn't go through. We got to refile. But he's still a parent to his child, which doesn't make me a single mother when you have an active parent, co-parent. Or, or are we playing a game about semantics with legality? What is it? You want me to be a liar because it doesn't fit your narrative. which I don't care what fits your narrative. Do you understand? Now, clearly, we didn't come here to debate
We
what's the
did.
topic.
Just you're so out of control, and this is precisely why
Naker, he
you
didn't yield
are
the
a woman
floor.
that the father of
Yield
your
the
child
floor,
does not
Naker.
want. And
No,
listen
he
to me
actually
when I
wants to
tell
be
you
with
in
me.
control the
He
whole time.
actually he didn't want me to divorce because I
when
filed
I
for the divorce.
when I tell you this, I'm happy to debate you, but we have to inspect the background and credentials of the persons we're talking to. You
No,
were the
you don't.
person who brought up that you have a degree in molecular cell biology, like we're
Yeah,
about to
that you
have.
didn't want that you didn't want to answer, that you didn't want me to bring up, but you want to talk about a marital status. Sir, first of all, I don't even push the idea of women being with men, first of all.
Interrupting again. You're interrupting again. Let me explain to you why this came up. You mentioned that you are a representative for women. Now, let me
Yes,
give you
I
a
am.
comparison. Yes, a representative, a leader. Now, take a time out to be silent so that you might hear someone else speak other than yourself, because it extremely is narcissistic that you feel you have to be talking constantly. Many times I volunteered to stop talking so you can express yourself. Now it's my turn to explain something to you. Now, you said you're a representative of women. You're a leader of women. Fantastic. Leaders are always under scrutiny because we want to know that you are somehow better off or superior, or your thinking, philosophy, and methods have yielded greater outcomes than the average person, which gives you merit for actually teaching them. Now, understand this. If you are a woman who can't even maintain a meaningful relationship with the father of your child, you failed in romance. If you are,
Whoa, hold on.
you
No.
don't.
So, does he give advice to men and he doesn't have a relationship, which means he failed at
Right.
relationships?
If he even has one, because I personally don't think he has any kids or anything. Like, I really don't.
I'm just saying though, he never thinks that he doesn't think about what he's saying. He's so fucking triggered. Even though he says she's the one out of control, but he's absolutely triggered by everything that she represents, everything she says. The whole he lacks logic too, because the whole reason she brought up her degree is because she was saying that that is what she focuses on as far as her content. He
Exactly.
didn't let her finish saying that because he was so pressed about her
He wants
having a
to
degree.
he wants to smear her name. He wants her to look bad. He doesn't She can't be educated. She can't be married. Nothing. Like, she has to be, you know, all fucked up. And to me, like, you're nobody. Like, nobody has to prove anything to you. Like, but we can see, like, the real issue. He doesn't want her to be able to explain anything. He just wants to paint her as a brush, and then all the niggas are gonna jump on it and be like, oh, sorry. All the niggas are gonna jump on it and be like agreeing with him, because a lot of them were in there calling her a single mother and this and that, like. But like she just said, he still wants to be with her, and I'm sure he does, like, because that's how men are.
And at the
Yeah.
same time, technically, I get why she answered the fact of not being in a relationship with him, because he's thinking from the romantic sense, because he's just brought up about the fact that she's a failure in romance. And like I said, not every woman goes into, or man goes into a marriage with the sense of romance. Sometimes it's about the business aspect of that, you, me, and the government, and signing that piece of paper so that people are protected. Like, there's how many rich men out there that are in the elites that have the public image of being married to their wives, and they're legally married, and you see them with on the red carpet and doing the whole wife and kids thing, but behind closed doors they've both got their own relationships that are going on. It's the bit, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, what's your point, dude? What's your
His
point, really?
his point was that he didn't really want to debate her about anything logical to begin with. He just wanted to come and shame her and all this other shit. But it didn't really work out like that, because he thought he was about to talk to a single mother with no degree, probably living off the government and all this other shit. That's what he probably thought that he was fucking with. But then he came to find out that he wasn't. And now his damn narrative falls apart. So now he has to sit there and play little word games like, oh, well, you're still a single mother even though you're married. You're still a single mother even though he's active in his child's life because you don't know how to talk to people.
Mhm.
Like, that's literally what he's saying. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't have decorum, so that makes you a single mother, which is stupid.
Right. He's trying to call her masculine and this and that. But again, like, I mean, it's not really like it kind of sucks. And I'm glad she doesn't care what he thinks. But a lot of black women do. I just hate that they get to say stupid shit like this. Like, they can have sex with women, impregnate a bunch of women, not commit to any of them. But then they can make fun of women for being single mothers. Like,
Right.
Well,
It
that's
doesn't
not,
make sense.
well,
no.
that's why, I say, like, they're gonna keep talking like this until women stop fucking with them. Like, they talk like this because they know they can call you hyenas, they know they can call you single mothers, and you still will sleep with them. So that's why they keep doing it, and they're not gonna stop doing it because black women are always gonna keep opening up their legs while they're calling them a hyena in the same breath, using the same mouth that they'll sit there and use on other parts. They'll just call her a hyena and still get the same. They'll, because ultimately they don't have to like women to want sex. So as long as you giving them sex, they can still not like you. You're not really forcing anything on them. There ain't gonna be no change because you call them deadbeats and because you call them nakers and because you say this and that. No, really, is you have to cut off what they want.
Mhm.
And if you ain't gonna do that, then you might as well just not even sit there, and you might as well not say anything.
True, sis.
Because they still gonna call you all types of names and you still gonna sleep with them. You still gonna run around saying these are your kangs. You still gonna be doing all this shit. Still talking about there ain't nothing else for me but a black man and all this other stuff. And they still gonna be sitting up on panels saying that you ain't shit.
And you're the
Mm-hmm.
biggest enemy to the race, honey. Bigger than the white man now, honey. We on top.
That's why I told this woman on TikTok, I was like, you don't prove anything with your mouth, you prove it with your actions. Like, we can't
Right.
move as a unit and say, oh, well, fuck these motherfuckers. They're not treating us right. They're treating us like this. They're treating us like that. And then you turn around and then you just still sit there and say, but I don't really like them. I mean, I don't like anybody else like that. I just like them. I'm like, well, I mean, why don't you just not deal with anybody then? That still means they're not getting what they want. You can't sit there and say fuck these niggas and then sit there and just use that same mouth you said fuck these niggas with and use it on something else on them.
Yeah.
No mouth
Um,
hugs. Okay. We're saying no to mouth hugs, ladies. Unless he's your husband
Say
or
no
your
to naked
man.
snacks. Okay, say no.
Okay.
Say no. Reese, do you want to play
Mm.
some more?
um, yeah. Rashad, did you get my text message? Can you text me back?
No, I didn't get you because I can't see it because I'm on my phone, but I gotta drop down.
If you're gonna drop, that's
Okay,
no
yeah, no,
problem.
I have to drop too, actually. So I'm gonna just wrap it up here. But I don't know. I kind of want to come back tomorrow. I don't know if you'll be free, but I don't want to wait too long to finish this because I
Well,
kind of want to be fresh in people's head.
just let me know the time and then just start, and if I don't make it right at the very beginning, then I'll just
Hmm.
come on in. Just make sure the link is pinned or whatever and I'll come up, or I'll get on my laptop and then just click into it.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for having us, ladies. I
Yeah.
look forward to the
Yes.
part
Thanks for
two.
coming.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. I'll be
Anybody have
back for
any
part
last,
two.
anybody have any last sentiments on this?
Stay away from naked snacks. This fool is an idiot. He's the one that's having issues with comprehension and listening. Uh,
Yeah. I mean, very much.
Very much.
Well,
Yeah,
I would
I
say,
agree.
I'll say with a closing, women are the prize. If women weren't the prize, they wouldn't spend all their fucking life on panels talking about ways that women can change so they can be able to get access to them. Like, if we're not the prize, then why the hell you want access to us so bad? You would want the prize, so why don't you just sleep with each other?
For
Mm.
one, their channels revolve around women. I mean, they don't not talk. I mean, all these podcasts, what do they talk about? Women. They don't talk about men. They talk about women. Like that's the whole show. And when they have women on there, that their shows are usually popular. When it's just a bunch of men, I don't think they ever get that popular.
Nope. They don't
There's
get
a
the
Kevin
same
Samuels
living
wasn't
views.
even popular. He had to cuss out women and disrespect women for his show to be popular.
there's a
Ain't
living
nobody come
breathing
see you, Otis.
example. There's a living breathing example of how we know that women are the prize. Just pearly
Right.
things.
Boom.
Exactly.
It was that easy for her to infiltrate into their movement just because she was a woman. And because,
Yep.
she was white, but it was because
Yeah.
she was a woman. Women
Right.
are going over to their spaces and they're building platforms and getting more followers than the men has been there for 10 years in the manosphere. Motherfucker Messica X and the other Mammy crew and everything, they're going over there doubling and tripling their followers and everything. And it's because women are the prize. And if men have high follow counts, it's because, especially in that space, it's because they talk about women.
Right. Exactly. They can't get like no, they can't have a channel without it. I mean, I don't know what he talks about. Again, I never seen him before, but I'm sure he hasn't had that many people in the chat. I don't know if y'all seen Ra in the chat, Ra underscore, but she was in there. And again, I know she was there for Princella because she watches her.
Mm.
So
Well, I'll say
If
this,
people really
ladies,
want to
you
know
are the
who's the
prize.
prize,
I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna drop down.
if people,
Lady, we are the prize.
oh,
Cause listen, we come from a woman. We all have a motherfucking belly button. Boom. But I love you, ladies. I'll see y'all next time.
love you too,
love you
sis.
too.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming. Good night.
Um, one way they can prove that women aren't the prize is if they spend a year talking about things to make men better
Right.
and see how their follower count goes and see how many cash apps and super chats they get. That will tell you
Yeah,
right there
really.
who's the real prize, because a lot of them are going to flee because there's no woman hating club over there, because their whole objective is to talk shit about women, the women that didn't want them, and make themselves feel better because they can talk shit about the women that didn't want them, but they still want those women. So if they
Yep.
want to sit there and do an experiment, since people like to do social experiments, if they want to sit there and do an experiment, they go for a whole year and just talk about things that men need to work on and watch they numbers dwindle.
Right. Don't have Funky and Fat need not to have any women on their show. And apparently I guess they have a show where
Yeah,
they don't have women on there, but it's not popular. So, I mean, that says a lot.
right. Because women are the prize.
Exactly. Let me just read these
Well,
last couple
I will say
comments.
good night. I am
Uh,
going to bed.
Scar Beauty said Princella's weird, but I like Princella. I think she's cool. I mean, I know what you mean when you say she's weird, but I mean, I just take what I can get and leave the rest. But okay, y'all all have a good night. Thank you for coming. Hopefully, well, I'll definitely be back tomorrow. So probably a little earlier than today. And love you guys. Good night. Thank you for the cash app, Moo and Mule. I love y'all.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming. Good night.
Yeah. Good night, guys. I love all you guys. Thank you for coming. Good night.